the Pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat. They took some money and plenty of honey wrapped up in a £5 note. Yes, good morning. Welcome to the 7 Quarter. We are all about the Owl and the Pussycat this morning in, indeed, their beautiful pea green boats. Oh, yes. Let's see what we've got coming up for you today. Now, any second now. Coming up. Yes, here we go. So, it is Whimsical Wednesday. Welcome, welcome to Whimsical Wednesday. 8 o'clock, that's now. We've got the Owl and the Pussycat, part 1. We've got a Joe Carter extravaganza of 2 hours. So the Owl and the Pussycat will be back again at 10. But in between, sandwiched in between, is our circus. And indeed, the circus is back in town at 9 a.m. with brand new, never been seen before, on air, Tilda, gorgeous fabrics. And then at 11 o'clock, how do you quilt? The question we've all been asking ourselves. We're going to have hints, tips and tools for you at 11 o'clock. But without further ado, the Owl and the Pussycat, we've got a 2-hour extravaganza with 4 different kits for you to choose from. This will make, well, as ever with our kits, we're giving you oodles and noodles and noodles. In each kit, you get wadding, you get stuffing. That's a given. Full instructions. We've got a booklet of instruction, entire book. Now, let me show you the very first one here. This bundle here will give you 1/2 metre of each of those fabrics, plus felt in yellow and in orange and white. And we've got your embroidery thread there for all of your facial features. And so, the full kit, £28.95, HWGC05. Now, we've got, this is basically, so that the pattern is what you fancy for the cat. Do you know what, actually, you can make these any which way around you like. But these are the bundles that we put together for you. This is the next one. This has got your hearts in there. Ever so sweet. Really lovely. Again, it's Whimsical Wednesday, fitting in beautifully with that theme. £28.95, FHGC79. Put my teeth back in. And, of course, don't forget, you get your felt as well and your thread. All in there. So this is the whole kit. Now, the one that we've seen here, ready made up, is over here with your diamonds. And here they are. So again, you've got your green in each of these for your boat. So you're making your boat, your owl and your Pussycat. You can add the £5 note. There we go. And all of that, £28.95, XVGC62. We know you love choice, so we've given you plenty. And our last option for you today, over here, absolutely very, very beautiful. Yep, good words this morning. Jo, are you making out of this today? Yes, gorgeous. £28.95, KWGC83 for all of these, felt, everything else. So, just to recap, each kit comes with a full booklet of instructions, your wadding, your stuffing. They will come with 2 pieces of felt in sort of beak coloured and white, and your thread, and 4 lots of 1/2 metres of fabric. So that's 2 metres of fabric. I'm going to take these chaps with me. Yeah, so here we go. That's what you are getting per kit. It's all there. So there, £28.95. This is a huge collection. Absolutely vast. They sail along quite nicely, don't they?
They do.
Hello, Jo Carter, you clever thing. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Loving these.
They look cute, don't they, in the boat?
Oh, they look really cute. So this is how this show came about. In previous hours, days, weeks, whatever, you have made the Pussycat, but you have also made an owl. And we didn't bring you patterns for it because we didn't have them. And someone had the brilliant idea of going, well, you have an owl and a Pussycat. Clearly, they require a boat. And they fit beautifully. It is the perfect combination. We love them.
Plenty of room for the loaf of bread.
Loaf of bread, absolutely. Well, it's honey, isn't it? They took some honey and plenty of money wrapped up in a £5 note. The question is,
did they not?
What is a runcible spoon?
Oh.
That's today's
Where have
big
I got
debate.
a loaf of bread from then? Did they not wrap that up in a money. Oh,
Oh, I don't know.
I maybe should have read the poem before.
Well, you know, I think taking provisions is a great idea. So there is plenty of room for life jackets, safety equipment, bread, and everything else that they would require in this day and age of health and safety. However, we're just giving them a boat.
Yes. I'm glad I didn't do the bread because that would have been all wrong.
That would have been awkward, wouldn't it? Well, you know, we're just feeding them. Where do we start?
We start with, I'm going to make the cat and the boat first. So the cat is simple, but the pieces are quilted.
Oh, nice.
So once we've cut out the pattern pieces, this is the front of the body, and these are the back pieces. So I'll quilt these first.
Now, this little chap here, because you made him out of the diamonds, we're making him out of a different one. You can see you've actually followed the line of the diamonds to quilt. I don't know if you can see that. It's quite tricky to see, but it just gives an added dimension and extra texture. It's rather lovely. Wow. So back in he goes, but you've quilted this in a different manner.
I've just done wavy lines, and if you have a walking foot, you definitely use it, but you don't need to. If you're not a quilter and you want to have a go at these, don't be put off by the fact that these pieces are quilted, because I've done these without a walking foot just to show, and because the back won't be seen, because it'll be inside, you only have to really concern yourself with the front, yes.
There you go. Let me just hold that forward so you can see all the quilting there. Now, I like this. You've done wibbly-wobbly quilting. That's my technical term. Can you see that?
Wibbly-wobbly quilting's the best.
Well, I think I could do wibbly-wobbly quilting. I think that's something I could achieve very easily. Okay, producer Paul has already given me a warning that these are selling super, super fast. So please, if you have it in your basket, check out.
Okay, should I start quilting?
Yes.
This, because I've done these two. The tail is quilted as well. Pop that there.
Oh, it's all quilted. Oh, look at his little tail all quilted as well. Now this, you said actually that the cat was the easiest.
The cat is the easiest.
Awesome. I rather like him. So let's quilt.
Okay, and cut some wadding slightly larger all around than the piece you want to quilt.
Why do we do that?
Just in case it moves, you don't end up with a bald
gap
bit. Yes. Where,
no one wants a bald bit. That's a trip to the vet, isn't it, when there's a bald bit on your cat?
Looks like it's been in a fight.
Oh, do you know what? Yeah, my cat's got a bald bit. Now, here we go. This is... Oh, yeah. We've stepped up our instructions a little bit here. This is the Owl and the Pussycat booklet. So because there's so much, we didn't want you to lose a page or anything like that. So we've popped it in a booklet for you, so you always have it. I like this. I like this an awful lot. There's your owl. So now you see, again, step-by-step instructions beautifully laid out. We're going to do the owl at 10 o'clock. But there we go, step-by-step instructions, and also for your pussycat. So these are incredibly detailed. Here's your pussycat here, talking about all that quilting that we're just doing. And there we go, there's your pussycat, and your owl, and your... Yeah, no, hang on. And your instructions for the boat, and your templates. It's all in here. Oh, yeah. This is template-tastic at the back here. So you've always got it. You're never going to lose it. You're never going to do that thing of losing it. Just trace over them, and you've got them. So there's your template for the boat as well. That's all in there. I'm impressed. I'm super, super, super impressed. So that is what's coming. Now, you're just having a wiggly-woggly time of it. This is like me trying to sew a straight line.
It's a lot of fun sewing like this, when you don't really have to worry too much. The only considerations are, with these pieces, they'll need to be clipped here at these corners.
Right.
So you don't want to stitch. If you can avoid these corners, do so, because you don't want to clip through any quilting lines.
Okay, I'm with you. Beautiful. The cat's actually dashwood fabric. We've got beautiful selections of fabric, haven't we? Can I show you as well? Because what I rather like... am I allowed a favourite today, Producer Paul? Am I allowed a favourite today? Well, you see, I think my favourite is when two of my favourite books and poems collide.
Yes.
And how about this? So you can have your owl and your pussycat in hungry caterpillar fabric. That makes me very happy.
That'd be fab.
I love that. So you can have your pussycat in your gorgeous fabric. Or, well, You see, because you don't have to, the cat doesn't have to be the patterned one, does it? It could be the owl that's patterned.
It could.
It doesn't matter at all. It's really lovely. So the green, obviously. Well, let's have a look at all of these fabrics. So you've got fabric. You've got the felt faces on all of these. So you've got the felt, and then you've got a whole piece of felt just for the beak. So as ever, we give you plenty. How many of these can we make out of the kit?
If you stuck to the same fabrics for each one, I think you could get 3 sets.
Really?
With the boats and yes,
so one for
certainly
yourself
2.
and 2 to give away.
Yes.
So there we go. This is. So that works out under £10 a set.
It does.
So that's like £3 a piece.
It's great value.
It's amazing. This one is what? This one? This one's the most popular one. I love this. Oh, hang on, I've got to move them. It goes sailing off over there. There we go. But here they are, you see, because then, and if you did them in different colourways, of course, then it's that same but different, isn't it? If you've got kids, more than one child or grandchild or whatever, same but different, always a bonus. So here we go. This is lovely. Maze, that's for your boat, obviously, and then it's for you to decide. Now, you see what I like about the owl is that the owl's got a little pocket. So you could do the owl in that and have the pocket in the red, or you could do it in that and then pick up the yellow and do his pocket in the yellow. However you want to do it. Now, the one that we're making, obviously, is the dashwood fabric, but the choices are yours. Love it.
So, I mean, you could switch wings round, and you could even add a contrast fabric for the ears for the cat if you want. I've done them in all the same fabric, but little fronts of ears in a different colour and the tail.
It's entirely up to you.
So
you are the designer. We're going to show you how to make them in their simplest form, and then you can play. So once you've done your quilting, it's safe to then trim up the wadding.
Yes, trim the excess off
around
the sides, and then you have your quilted pieces ready to go.
Lovely.
And the next step from there will be the ears. Ears and tail, and then you can just put them all together, and the cat comes together really quickly.
Ears and tail, cat's coming together nice and quick. Actually, yeah, he is, isn't he?
He is. Is he a he?
So,
is he a he?
Producer Paul is already saying, if you have your heart set on one particular colourway, please stick out your basket. It's popular. Did you have to do the poem at school?
I did do the poem at school. Obviously, I've brought a loaf of bread into it, so I don't quite remember it.
No, well, if you've got honey, then a loaf of bread goes well. I can see where you're going with that.
Maybe.
I think maybe you just went into mum mode of, that actually, that would just make a mess, wouldn't it? Just honey everywhere. It's going to make a mess. At least put it on some bread.
Yes.
I like your thinking. Yeah. You see, Edward Lear, obviously, was not used to doing packed lunches, was he?
No. He clearly was weak in that department. I mean, think of the lunch box.
He sent them off with a fiver and a runcible spoon. We would love to hear from you if you know what a runcible spoon is. Obviously, as soon as you Google it, it just says nonsensical word. But there is a thought on what it actually is. Now, if you'd like to get in touch with us, you don't have to talk about runcible spoons. You can talk about anything else. In fact, if it's nonsensical, it will fit in with our theme today quite nicely, as indeed the Owl and the Pussycat is. So if you would like to get in touch with us, head to the website. You can watch us live there, and then underneath says sign in and everything else. There we are, live. Underneath, message the studio. Now, if you want to email us, then please do. It's studio@sewingquarter.com. Somewhere, some people have found one which is help@sewingquarter.com. Don't email that, because that doesn't come anywhere near us. Studio@sewingquarter.com. And then underneath, there are your fabric options. And there should be a fourth. Excellent. Oh, yeah, no, there's the other one there, on the side of the screen there. Perfect, we do have 4. Excellent. So it's for you to decide which gorgeous combination to go for. Lots of fun here. I can't believe you can make 3 kits. That's brilliant.
I think if you don't add too much of a seam allowance around the sides of the pieces for the boat, definitely. You get 3 boats.
Yes, many a boat. This is good. You see, this is why we always give you more.
Yes. It's good because often when you've made one, it does sort of spark ideas. You think, well, actually, I'd like to do this on the next one or change that. Because you can add extra quilting on the owl's pocket. especially if you've got sort of a scallop stitch on your machine, so it sort of looks like feathers. And
you could put waves up the side of the boat.
you could give the boat a name.
You could embroider that on. You could put some buttons on it for little portholes.
That would look really cute.
So yeah, it does spark ideas as is. Now ears. Let's have a look at the ears. This is an ear here.
That's an ear.
There it is. How do we make these?
So 2 mirror image pieces on top of each other, right sides together, and then on top of a piece of wadding.
So this is the sandwich, right sides together, wadding underneath. Feels really weird, but actually that's the right way around.
But that is the right way around.
And again, wadding bigger.
Yes, just makes life a bit easier, and you don't have to worry about it moving around. Also, if your wadding's a little bit thick, you can just pull it apart and use a thinner bit if you want the ears to be a bit slimmer. Slim ears.
What we're all going for this season. Slim ears. Is that like a Hollywood thing?
I have no doubt it will be.
This year's craze is slim ears. But you could quilt the ears, couldn't you, as well?
I'm going to add a couple of lines of stitching in a minute.
Are you? Oh, there you go.
Just
You're ahead of the game.
Give them a bit of depth, but you don't need to. It's personal preference.
It's entirely up to you.
Just sewing around the sides.
All the instructions, obviously, in the booklet. A booklet of instructions. It's looking good, isn't it? We've stepped that up. Templates, everything, so that you don't lose it. And also, what's I going to say? Oh, no, I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. No. So then you trim back.
So I've stitched along the sides, pausing with the needle down at the top to pivot everything round.
Yeah.
Then trim away the excess, and also clip, taking care to avoid the stitches, clip off the tip just so you can turn the top of the ear, and you could clip it down further if you'd like.
Okay. Clip those ears.
Clip those ears. Clip your slim ears.
It's all going on. We're setting off all sorts of trends this morning. But if you do have them in your basket, please do check them out. It's one of those crazy, crazy things. We don't want anybody missing out. We've bought them at 8 o'clock. We know that those of you that are up early, you like to manage to get yourself a deal. So we've bought it at 8 so that you can do that. He will be back again at 10. We're going to make the owl at 10, whether it is sold out or not, so that you get the full thing. Because there's nothing worse, is there, than buying something and then not actually getting to see it. So we'll make sure that you get to see how to make all of these. Awesome. We've got ears.
I'm just going to give them a little light press. With the mini iron.
Now the mini iron's out today.
The mini iron's really handy for toys, especially with little bits and bobs like this.
There you go.
I just want to flatten them ever so slightly, not much.
Why are we flattening the... I know that today obviously is a quest for slim ears, but why are we flattening them?
It just makes... So I'm going to sew 2 little lines on the ears, and it just makes it that little bit easier because they're small to go through the machine. Just give those a little, just to flatten them off slightly.
The mini iron's good, isn't it? Just
fab.
Does it.
It's that you can have it next to you on the desk as well. And if I can limit standing up and getting off a chair when I'm sewing, I will do.
That'll do. That'll work. Let me leave this in a more. There we go. Some of you already getting involved today. Thank you ever so much. Always good to hear from you as well. And also, to know that you're up early. Why are you up so early on a Wednesday? Oh, here we go. Oh, look already. Elizabeth's with us this morning. Janet, Sylvia, Rosemary, Susan, Eileen, Jane, Jill, and Joy, to name but a few. Good morning to you. How are you this morning? Was this what you expected this morning? Did you wake up? Did you know? Were you already ahead of the game? Did you already know? Now, a couple of ears, a couple of lines on the ears.
I should probably have done it in a contrasting. I've gone a stitch too far, but this bit won't show, so I'll just go back one. And just to create a little bit of depth and quilting in the ears.
Right. This one, here we go. This one's got contrasting. Let me show you. Here we go. If we can see here. So this is all Jo's doing here at the moment. Is just getting a little bit of contrast in those ears. Can you see? That's what she's doing. So just echoing that triangle. It works really well in the diamond, actually, doesn't it, as well?
It does. It looks sort of tabby-ish almost.
Yes, because you've quilted literally along the diamond lines, haven't you, on this one?
Yes, it sort of embosses them a bit and brings them out.
I've got a tabby. I've got a very handsome tabby. What colour's your cat?
White with grey spots. And an orange bit at the minute. He's rubbed up against something, we don't know what, but he's got an
temporary, like a fake tan patch.
I think somebody, yes, he's fake tanned himself. I think somebody might have done their fence and
He's
had
beach
a
ready.
Yeah. Only on one side though, he has a good side.
Hang on, wasn't this the cat that your son wanted to call Ginger?
Yes, so maybe
But maybe he's just taking that to heart.
Yes, maybe he wants to, maybe he just wants a name change.
But he's not actually called Ginger, is he?
No, he's called Smokey Joe, which is the name he came with from the rescue place.
So do they do that thing at the vets then, when they call out the surname? Because when Eric goes to the vets, Eric McCarthy.
Yes.
It's like, no, that's Eric. So Smokey Joe Carter.
Yes.
Nice. Do they think that you named your cat after yourself?
I have to say that every time, just in case they think that maybe I wish I'd been called Smokey Joe Carter.
It would be a great name.
It's quite a stage
That
name,
could
isn't
be
it?
your stage name here. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning we've got Smokey Joe Carter for you. Oh, we've got a message. Karen in Bristol says, hi, the kit looks super cute. From Karen. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Yes, it's gorgeous. Which one's your favourite, Karen? I want to know. More emails? Did you say? Oh, emails. From Linda and from who else? Oh, Kirsten as well. Good morning. So thank you ever so much for getting in touch. Have they said anything with? Oh, they were talking about the spoon. Oh, yeah, it's the great runcible spoon debate.
I didn't realise it was made up.
Well, Edward Lear is a bit like, we were just discussing this in the office earlier, a bit like Roald Dahl, just made up lots of words. And had I known that when we had to do poetry at school,
Oh, that would have made
I could
life
never
easier.
find words. I always managed to get orange in a poem somehow, and of course nothing rhymes with orange. And so if I'd have just been able to make up a word, that would have been fine.
It would
have made life so much easier.
Would have got you out of a problem.
Yeah, worked for Shakespeare, can work for me.
So, followed the edge and then echoed it in the centre.
Oh,
That's
excellent.
Simple quilting. And then this longer tail piece, I've not trimmed them off only because it lets me know that this is the outer edge
Oh, okay.
of the ear. So it goes to this
that's good.
outer side.
Right.
And so that I don't lose the ears, they don't disappear off the table, I'm just going to base them on to the front now.
Okay.
You don't have to. You could put the face on first if you wish, but I quite like to have the ears on because I like to.
No.
It helps positioning the face as well. But they do get in the way a bit, so you don't have to do it at this point.
Does Smokey Joe Carter help you sew?
He gets onto whatever I'm sewing.
Yes.
In fact, once he just nibbles the back of my legs when he wants feeding to let me know.
When it just starts eating you by the sounds of it, like a little tasty morsel.
This is a bit concerning. But I just finished cutting out a load of fabric and I was having a cup of tea, just looking at it, thinking, oh, great, that. Then he bit me on the back of the leg and I threw tea all over it.
No.
So he's not the most helpful cat. So I had to cut it out again.
Oh.
So I wouldn't say he helped, no. He gets involved, though. So.
Yeah, I've got two cats, Hugo and HP, and HP is the helpful sewing room cat, in inverted commas. She generally likes to pull her fur out and leave that everywhere. Karen likes the diamond one. It works really well, doesn't it? It's really nice, Karen. I agree. Love it. But you see, then you've got. Oh, shall we have a look at the diamond? Let me give you the information for the diamond as we've mentioned it, and that's what this is made out of. There we go. So your diamond there is $28.95. Well, they're all $28.95 today. Through all of the details of the booklet. I love that booklet. It's a good booklet. And it's all the details are in there. So the booklet's got all of that in there. You get as well your wadding, you get your stuffing. For each of the kits as well, you'll get your embroidery skein so that you can obviously do all of the facing. And also you'll get a shade of orange or yellow, depending on which kit you're buying. So that will do the beak. Now this one that I'm looking at is actually the Hungry Caterpillar one, which is the spot. And then in each kit, you're also going to get the white felt so that you can do all the faces, because the faces are white felt. Lovely, so you get all of that. There's plenty there as well. And then, shall we show this one? This is the spotty one. So you've got, obviously, planes there for you to do contrasting in your green boat. And then these are your patterned ones that you can do. 1/2 metre of each of these fabrics. So you're going to get 2 meters in total of fabric, plus your felt, plus your thread, plus your wadding, plus your stuffing. There's a lot of owl or pussycat going on here. Now you see, you could, because the owl has a contrasting chest pocket, that's what I'm going to call that now, you could do the owl out of this. It doesn't have to be the pussycat that's patterned. It could be your owl. It's entirely up to you. But you can see you're getting an awful lot of fabric. You've got another lot of 2.5 meters there. This is out of the Hungry Caterpillar range. So I kind of like the idea of two children's classics colliding. That makes me quite satisfied. I like that. Now, talking of things that kids love, from the fantasy range, let me show you the hearts. Ooh, check these out. Now, you see, this is going to be lovely. So 0.5 meter of your hearts, whether you do that as the owl or the pussycat. Now, you see, if you, you've got choices then, haven't you? Because then, if you did, because the owl's got this little pocket at the front. So if you did the owl, oh, there you go. Sorry, I've put my arm in the way. There. If you did your owl out of one of the patterns, then you can do a contrasting pocket, can't you? So there he is. So this is your heart one, and then you see you've got this linear fabric in with the heart one, so which picks up the deeper green in the heart. But if you wanted to, you've also got that lighter one there, which picks up the lighter colour in there. So whichever way you're working it today, it's gonna work. That's your heart. Now the diamonds, which is the one that we've got made up, is very, very popular this morning. Well, they're all very popular. Is there, producer Paul, this morning, is there an absolute favourite this morning so far? Oh, stay there. Stay there. Right, let's have a look at the diamond. Look, these are so all beautifully done, so I'm not going to waft these around. Here we go, $28.95, XVGC 62. I can't believe that you can make 3 different lots. This is brilliant. I'm going to take this. There's a lot in this kit. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, hello. There's a cat face ready to go.
There's a cat face. Because I've basted the ears on, I use the ears as a guide to position the face panel.
So that's another good excuse to get those ears in first.
It is.
Excellent. So, and you've just pinned that into place?
I've pinned it into place, and now with the same thread I've used here, I'm just going to sew around the outside, not around these eye bits because they're just a little bit too fiddly, but just around this area to secure the snout, the face on.
But you'll be embroidering the eyes on anyway, so that'll hold those...
It will. It'll hold those into position.
It looks like a face within a face.
It does a bit.
Yeah, I like.
Right, so I'll sew that on.
Yes. He's coming together actually remarkably quickly. I mean, I know that you'd pre-cut a little bit out, but actually, is this a day's work, an owl and a pussycat and a beautiful pea green boat?
The boat is hand-stitched, so that will take a bit longer.
Okay.
But the owl and the pussycat, they come together pretty quickly.
So you could do those during the day and then sit down, get the boat prepped, and then sit down in the evening, do your hand stitching.
Get a film on, which is what I always do.
Yes, we've discussed how this works. Yes, in the evening. Although I did have to laugh. A friend of mine put on social media the other day that she's reached the age where, 9 o'clock and you want to start watching a film. No. It's far too late to start watching a film. And I did laugh because, that's not... Yeah.
A lot of great films I've slept through the ending of.
I got about 40 minutes in. What's that? I remember a friend of mine, she did for her husband, for his birthday present, little promises of things that she would do, like the washing up, and so he could cash them in whenever. And one of them was, I promised to stay awake through an entire film.
That's quite a promise to make.
It is quite a promise, isn't it? You'd have to have, a kind of energy drink or something first.
Right, I would normally feed these through, but I'm just going to snip them away. I thread a needle.
You say, thread through so they come out at the back?
Yes, thread a needle through and just push them through to the back, but for the sake of time.
Do you then tie them off?
No, I just leave them.
Just leave them.
Because I've forward and backwards. That's not really a word, is it, backwards? But you know what I mean? They're secure anyway, and if they're long enough, they're not going to come loose and pull through.
Producer Paul, who is like our prophet of well, stock doom. Yeah. What are you saying there, Producer Paul? Oh, right. Okay, so he's saying, okay, the fact that we've split the show over 2 hours is a little disconcerting. It looks like we've got oodles and oodles and oodles of stock for hours and hours and hours. We haven't. We wanted to do it over 2 hours so that you got to see everything made. Yes. So if you've got it in your basket, please check it out. I don't want anybody to miss out. We don't want anybody disappointed. That's Producer Paul. He's a very caring man and he doesn't want anybody upset.
Right, are we tail? Should I go on?
Yes. Yes, Smokey Joe needs a tail.
Smokey Joe needs a tail. And I've quilted it like I did the other pieces. And you want to, if you feel the wadding is a little bit thick, just thin it down, just peel a little bit off, because if it's too thick, it will make turning the tail the right way out a little bit awkward.
Okay.
So I've folded that over. And I'm going to sew around, down the length and around the bottom, and just taper the end a little bit, just so it doesn't finish with a corner on the top of the tail.
You want a nice smooth tail.
Nice smooth finish.
You don't want it to look like he's had it slammed in a door.
Yes.
Oh, bless him. He's coming together an absolute treat. Do you think Smokey Joe would be thrilled to know that he'd actually now become the star of a show?
I think he'd expect nothing less.
Yeah, that's just what he's expected. Oh. So, needle down if you're turning.
Yes, just do a couple of stitches and pivots.
Are we going to have to do the little snippety snip 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 thing around the tail so that you can stuff it through?
Yes, it does help if you just going to make sure I'm not
Get me with my technical terms. Snippety snip 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 thing.
V-shaped notches, just take out a bit of the chunk.
That one! Yeah! Snippy snip 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 bit. Jenny's messaged in. Hello, Jenny. Oh, Jenny, we're working on something. Paul will get back to you when he can. It's very cryptic, isn't it?
That was a bit cryptic. I'm intrigued now.
Oh, me too. Intrigued / nosy. Oh, hang on, that turned inside out amazingly easily.
That went okay. That sounded surprised then, didn't it? Well, it's just very early.
Yeah, well, no, absolutely.
It's not my normal creative period.
Are you normally a creature of the night, a creative creature of the night?
I am, very much.
Hey.
And the tail, so I don't lose that, I'm just going to baste it in place.
Okay.
There's a marker, it's on the pattern, just for where the tail is positioned.
Now, you had a little bit of a rude awakening this morning, didn't you?
I did a bit.
Say, yes. You are normally a creature of the night. So
yes.
This morning, obviously your hotel knew that.
Maybe I've done something to offend them, possibly. I don't know.
There was no hot water for Jo this morning. She came in looking, well, I mean, your skin looked amazing and your hair incredibly shiny. So what they obviously say about having a cold shower clearly holds true.
It was invigorating.
/ a wake-up call.
Mm-hmm.
Now, faces.
I always use a water erasable or an air erasable pen. So I'm just going to draw a little triangular nose, and that bit of the mouth is just 2
So
stitches.
if you can do V's, you're okay?
Yes, and if you don't like your first go, just sponge it out, wait for it to dry off and do it again. But this is really simple. Draw on the guidelines, or you could do it without. And then...
Freestyle the face, you mean?
Freestyle the face.
I don't know that I would be brave enough. Most popular so far is the Hungry Caterpillar. Hey!
I do love that fabric.
I do too. This was bedtime story last night, I have to say, the Hungry Caterpillar. Everything comes with it. So you get your white felt, your beak felt, / orange felt. You get your pea green for your beautiful pea green boat. And then you get another 3.5 meters of fabric. You get full instructions. You get wadding. You get stuffing. You get your embroidery skein as well. Everything is in there for $28.95. Now, are there instructions in here as to how to do the face?
There are.
Excellent.
For the eyes, I just backstitch a circle. I'm doing it quite quickly here, just so I can get through.
Well, here we go. Let me just pop that. I'm just trying to see. This is all your instructions. So you see down here, it's showing you how to do the stitching. It's all in there. Excellent. It's really clear, isn't it? Really clear. And as we can see, Jo's doing exactly that as we speak.
So just, is the ear getting in the way? I'll move that out of the way. So just backstitched a circle, and then I'm just going to fill it in.
Okay.
With long straight stitches.
That's giving you your start point, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, Helen, we did one of these the other day, and actually producer Paul really liked it just as was.
Without the inside, the
pupil
pupil filled in.
Oh, you could do cat eyes.
You could.
What happens if you do? Could we try a cat? Oh.
You could just fill in that sort of centre.
Yeah. So you could do it just like that.
You could.
Or fill in the whole thing. Oh, it's entirely up to you. Yeah.
I mean, make it your own. Everything really is just a guideline, a way of doing it. I mean, you can make anything your own if you've got other ideas. Often I like to make something once and then...
Yeah. Now,
second time I make it, add a few extra embellishments. Sorry.
Do you know, no, this is the thing, isn't it? Because this kit means that you can get probably 3 out of this kit if you're careful about how you cut out the boat. It's the boat, isn't it? That's the only one that you'd have to be careful about how you cut out. But if you're clever about how you cut that out of your ½ metre fabric, then you've got 3 boats there, which means you've then got plenty of other fabric for your cats and your owls. Which actually means that the first time I make something, it's quite slow because I'm really concentrating. Second time around, and that's when, you know, I really start to have fun with something, is the second time that I make it, because then I've got my confidence. So I love the fact with our kits you can do it 3 times, and so then it's a gift as well, isn't it?
It is. Actually, I'm going to have to check with the boat fabric because I think I had a metre of it, so maybe I'll check. I'm pretty sure you could get 2 out of ½ metre.
Okay.
But I'll have to double check that. Now
We
thinking
will
about
double check
it.
that for you. But this is the boat. So full instructions in the kit. This is your boat. It's a good boat. Very good boat. I'm waiting for someone to message in and say, you could Odie coat that.
Not that one because it has cardboard inside.
Don't Odie coat that one then.
I've experimented a little bit with that boat because not everybody's tried EPP, English paper piecing, before, and that's the way it's constructed. But I had a little bit of a mess around with it, so I've got some tips when I get to the boat.
Okay, no, this is good. So actually, this is going to be a new way of taking your skills. If you've never done EPP, off they go. Now we've not got long left, actually.
Are we?
I don't know how long you wanted for the boat.
Should I finish the face there? Because I think that's given an idea of how. So again, embroider, backstitch around the triangle, and then just fill it in.
Fill in, nice. Look
like
at
that with straight stitches.
Perfect. Whilst you fill in the nose, I'm going to go and have another quick look at the fabric, and then we shall reconvene.
We shall reconvene for the boat. Okay.
That's the plan. Okay, let's have a look. So I've taken the instructions, but you know you get the instructions with it. Let me show you the heart fabric. Now you see, this is up to you now, whether you want to make your owl out of the heart, and then you can have his little chest pocket out of that, or out of that. Both work with the fabrics. It's entirely up to you. Entirely up to you how you want to work that. Now with it, of course, don't forget, you're also getting your white and your orange felt to come with that, and your pea green. That's all there, ready to go. Love it. So that heart, really whimsical, really pretty, and it's going to work an absolute treat. So fitting in well with the theme, fitting in well with it just being gorgeous for children, or, you know, whatever age. Everybody loves the poem, don't they? And it could be nothing else, could it, in that pea green boat? That's exactly what everybody thinks as soon as they see it. Let's have a look at the diamonds as I've got them here. This is the one that we made it out of. ½ metre of each of these. So whether you want to do your highlights, and this is it, you know, Jo said, when you make it a second time round, then have a play. So There they are, all coordinating beautifully. Oh, hello. Look at them. Absolutely gorgeous. Like a scene from Titanic, isn't it? But in Pussycat and Owl form. Gorgeous. Yes. Now, here we go. They've got, in here, you've got your purple, your pink, and that's a linear pink in there. So it doesn't matter how you make this. And as Joe said earlier, you might want to have the front of your ears in a contrasting colour of your cat. And so either of those fabrics is going to work an absolute treat if you want to highlight that. Gorgeous. Right, let's have a look at this boat. Joe, back to you.
One last, try not to stab myself. One last thing about making the cat.
Yes.
I actually sew all the pieces together without leaving a turning gap.
Okay.
So we sew these together. It just makes joining the front and the back easier. We sew these together until you get to about here, and then do your widest stitch length. It's often around 5 millimetres. For this section, before the tail, and then go back to your normal stitch length, over sew the tail and all the way down, and then we'll open these wider stitches later. I'll just do it quickly to show.
So would you, before you start to do the longer stitches, would you do a little holding stitch so that when you unpick them?
Yes, that could help.
Okay.
If you don't, it doesn't matter because you can just over sew by hand. So I get to about here.
And what seam allowance is it that you're?
It's 1/4 of an inch.
1/4 of an inch, right, okay.
There we go, so I'll take it up to 5 and do a small section on really wide stitches and then back to normal. Just go forwards and backwards a little bit there.
So that gives you a place to open?
It does.
Ah, I see.
Because with this joined together, you can sew the front and the back together all around the outside.
Oh, I see.
Clip the corners.
Yeah, and then just open up that longer stitch.
And then open up this bit. Because if you pull it, you'll be able to see very easily with your seam ripper the big stitches. And then this will be your turning gap.
Oh, nice. So you could just tack. So it's just effectively a tack, isn't it, on that area?
It is.
But that does make life easier, doesn't it? If you're then just going to have to go around the edge, super easy. Bish bash bosh. Sew well, no, the right sides together.
Right sides together.
Sew round. Keep that tail out the way, and then turn. Excellent. On to the boat.
The boat.
Okay. Pussycat. Tick. Done.
The boat is paper pieced.
Okay.
And these are the templates.
The templates all in there. I like.
And you need, for a side, do like this, 2 one way and 2 the other. And it helps, before you baste them, just use this. If you just write.
Right, yes.
Or just mark.
Yeah.
And then you
Mark
know
it somehow.
you'll have
Yes.
pieces the right way, and then they're going to be joined in this formation.
Okay.
But I will double check how much fabric. I used a water erasable pen to just trace around them.
Okay.
And the papers we want to stay in. The difficult bit with the boat is when you turn it the right way out, you don't want your papers to pop out.
Right.
If they do, it's not the end of the world.
Okay.
But I love a glue pen.
Has this transformed your life?
It has. I would never, well, I started doing stitch basting and I thought, oh, EPP is not for me. And then I found glue pens.
The glue pen. If you want the glue pen, we always have those. I think it's like $5.95 and $5.95. There you go. And you also get a spare cartridge of the glue comes with it. So it comes with one fully loaded, and then you get a spare that comes with it. But we always have on the website refills as well. So do grab those. It isn't a permanent glue, so it's there long enough for you to work with it. If you go wrong, of course, you can just pull it apart. That's absolutely fine, so don't worry. If you do find that you've glued it to the wrong side of your paper, it's not the end of the world. Whereas if you've base stitched it, then it kind of is.
Yes. Be liberal with the glue. You don't. So I've glued the paper to the fabric piece, and then I put plenty along the sides. Just fold the fabric over. I've cut this out with 3/8, maybe towards 1/2 inch seam allowance around the sides. And this is how I do the base. So the base of the boat. So plenty of glue. We don't want these papers coming out. Now, if you want to guard against sort of a fail-safe method, in case the papers do come out, you could put iron-on interfacing on these and take the papers out anyway if that's what you prefer, and that will give the boat structure.
So entirely up to you.
Yes, but I messed about with that one because I did the papers and I turned it the right way out, and then I thought, oh, what would happen if the papers came out? So I took all the papers out, and actually, even without them, the boat will hold its shape and it will be soft.
Right.
And then I made with these. I taped them together in formation and fitted that inside the boat. So I put a new skeleton in cardboard in it. So that's an option as well.
Wow.
I do like to mess around.
Well, no, it's entirely up to you. Now I have a stock warning for you. If everybody checks out their basket, we're incredibly low on stock of this one. So the Distant Dreams from Dashwood, this one. If you're after this one, because this is the thing, it's always the one that we end up making, everybody absolutely loves. So please do check out your basket. Don't leave it until it's too late. Don't do it. Don't do it. Grab it now while you can. Absolutely. And of course, if you're concerned about stock levels, or if you're watching again, you can always call just to make sure. 0800 112 4433. It's our free phone customer service number. They are there, eager and happy to help. 1 P&P a day as well. So you can check out now, and then when you see things later that you want, that's absolutely fine. Just check out again. You're not going to be charged more P&P. It's only $2.95 per day. It's less than the price of parking your car.
It is.
Yeah. So this is what we're making. If you just joined us, good morning. Here they are, Owl and the Pussycat. Whee! Sailing away in their beautiful pea green boat. Gorgeous. If you want the diamonds, and look, they are absolutely gorgeous. The diamond kit, we've bought you 4 today. The diamond kit, $28.95, XVGC62. It's charming, isn't it? It's utterly charming and whimsical. This is bringing to life a classic, an absolute classic. Everybody knows it, even if they don't know the whole thing with the piggy wig and being married by the turkey on the hill. Everybody knows that beginning line.
And I think it'd look beautiful on a shelf in a nursery or...
Oh, yes. It's a different gift, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yeah. New baby gift. Wrap up a couple of muslins or something in there.
Yes. Yeah, you could fit a couple of bits and pieces in the boat with them. And with
the bread and the honey. And
with the bread and the honey, obviously. When glue basting these, I did the sides and then did the longer sides second. Does that make sense? So I did those sides, the sides, and then the top and bottom.
Okay. I'm being told again, please check out your baskets. It's a stock warning. Please check out your baskets. Make sure that you're getting it. We will be back again at 10 o'clock with the owl, but I don't want you to wait till then thinking that the stock is safe, that there's going to be loads left. There isn't loads left. So don't wait until 10. Make sure that at 10 you can sit back and relax, knowing that you've already got it. So if you've got your heart set on a specific colourway, make sure that you grab it now. Very, very popular is the Hungry Caterpillar one, the diamond one, and... well, actually, they're all very popular, aren't they? But running very low on this particular one. So please make sure that you get... and we'll bring in the details for these. Whee! I quite like his droopy ears, though.
He's just a one-eyed cat at the moment.
That's all right. He could be Patch. You could give him a little pirate patch. The Owl and the Pirate Pussycat went to see. That's a new version. $28.95.
It'd be good in the boat to have a pirate cat.
Yes. Well, that's the thing.
I'm just stitching these together. The short side goes to the fatter point of the diamond.
Right.
And then, because it's a long bit, normally with EPP you're working with smaller shapes. Because these are long, just holding them together.
A couple of clips do the job, don't they? And a whip stitch.
And a whip stitch along. So you can just feel the edge of the paper.
So you don't want to actually go through the paper, you just want to get hold of the material just above the paper.
Yes, and you need to make 2 of these. So there's an inside and an outside to the boat. But the easiest way, if you're worried about the papers coming out, iron-on interfacing will keep all the structure. because then you could pop your papers out after that and it'd be easier to turn out the right way.
Right.
But if the papers all come out and it doesn't have any papers in, it will still hold its shape. Or if you wanted to, you took all the papers out, you could still make a skeleton sort of frame with the pattern pieces in card and pop that in, which is what I did for that one.
And it's a very rigid boat. I mean, I'm not sure that I'd like to cross the Atlantic or anything in it.
No, it might not withstand force 10 gales or something. But it's pretty sturdy.
I love it. They're sizable, aren't they? They're just a lovely little gift. And I think what I like about it is, you're saying, if you're gifting it for someone, maybe it's someone that's had a new baby or something like that, there's room for a few little gifts in there if you wanted. But you could also, you could create a whole scene, couldn't you?
You could.
The whales that you've made. You could have a whale coming out.
You could.
Having a whale of a time.
You could have a really nice display.
Yeah, you could create the whole scene. So definitely 2 boats out of the kit. Possibly 3. We're going to check that for you. And now, but as in terms of the actual creatures, the owl and the pussycat, you can make more than. You can make a lot, can't you?
You could.
So it's basically dictated to then the number of entire kits by the boat.
But I will check that and make sure, because these are the pieces you need to get 8 of these pieces. Right. If you cut them out like this.
Oh, so they even go together. So you're going to be very frugal about how you cut it out.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
And then when they're EPP together like this, then we want to sew them. Join these sides.
So you do because you've got to do this twice, haven't you?
Yes.
So do you basically create them as 2 separate boats and then put one inside the other and stitch round?
Yes, that's exactly.
This is an evening, isn't it, while you're in front of the TV. Customer names, hello, thank you for joining us. Nicola, Therese, and Jenny, and Bev, and Rita, and Win. My name's just Win, yes. And who else have we got? Elizabeth, Janet, Sylvia, Rosemary, Susan, Eileen, Jane, Jill, Joy. Hello, welcome. Congratulations on getting hold of this. This is it, isn't it? It's being up early. It means that you can grab it. So thank you ever so much for joining us. We do like to bring you something a little bit special at 8 o'clock so that, it's kind of like your treat for getting up early. I like. Now we've brought you 4 different colourways of this. We're going to go and have a look at those in just 1 minute. But it's all about this whip stitch, isn't it, round here?
You just, points of the needle, just feel the tips of the edge of the paper. Just bring it through.
Can I just, yeah.
On this side, I'll turn it this way. A little bit of fold. But this is how the boat goes together.
It does come together, doesn't it? Absolutely.
It's got that sort of paper boat feel about it, which I thought went with the...
Well, it works. It just all works. If you want to grab, and this is the first time that we've done something like this, so taken an absolute classic, kitted it up for you, made it so that you can make this at home multiple times. Absolutely gorgeous. We've done the cat, we've done the boat, we've shown you how to do those. We'll be back at 10 o'clock to show you how to do the owl. And then you've got your own owl and pussycat in their beautiful pea green, and it is a beautiful boat. Absolutely gorgeous. Please do check out your baskets to make sure that you've got the colourway that you want. I don't want anybody disappointed this morning. Jo, I'm going to leave you whip stitching away.
I'll carry on with this.
And I will join you again at 10 o'clock. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you for creating, yet again, another absolute... I like to think of it as a masterpiece. I love them. They're just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and very cuddly. Yes. Right, come with me. Come and have a look at these different fabric choices. Let's check these out. So let's start with... Oh, where should we start? Where to start? The Hungry Caterpillar. Here we go. Now, don't forget, you get instructions, you get wadding, you get filling in every single kit. That comes as standard. Now, it's just then a matter of which colourways to go for. Lots of you going so that your classics meet. You get your Hungry Caterpillar fabric and you can make it into your owl and pussycat. And this is very, very popular this hour. HWGC09, £28.95. Grab this while you can. Don't forget, of course, you're also going to get your felt and your embroidery thread as well. Now, next one, let's have a look, is the heart. Again, another very popular one. The fabric is lovely. All of these fabrics are 100% cotton, so that you're going to be able to work with these absolutely beautifully. And here we go. These are your hearts coming in here. Again, $28.95. We're looking at about £3 a make. Possibly less if you decide to make more of the owl and the pussycat. FXGC79. This is incredible value here. And there we go. You've got here as well. Don't forget your felts and your thread. Let's have a look at this one. Very, very popular this hour. And of course, because this is the one that we've been making. So we made our pussycat out of the beautiful Dashwood Dreams there. And then we've got the pinks to make the owl. And of course, that green for the boat. So if you would like to get your hands on this one, KWGC83, $28.95. And then the last option, which is the one that we made up there, these little chaps, is this one here, which is your diamonds. And this again, $28.95. All the kits $28.95. Don't forget, you're going to get your felt in there as well, your thread, all coming together, $28.95. XVGC62. We will be back with this again at 10 o'clock, but of course, don't wait till then. Check out your baskets. I don't want you joining us at 10 and having to worry. Please make sure that you've got it, and make sure that you're not going to miss out, so you can sit back and relax at 10 o'clock and join us for the owl then. Joe, thank you ever so much. I will see you at 10 o'clock. Next up, some brand new fabrics. Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love.
The Sewing Quarter website is simple and easy to use. You can view a live broadcast of the show on our homepage. Get instant access to our online shop, which has a wide range of wonderful products for you to choose from. You can also enjoy a selection of projects and guides which we have on offer to help you enhance your skills and gain valuable tips. Watch the live shows and you can buy the product which is currently being shown on air. You can even message the studio to ask our presenters or team any questions you might have. Below, you'll find all the products from today's show for you to look at and purchase. On the right of the screen, next to today's products, you will find our simple program guide listing all upcoming shows. So, join us today at sewingquarter.com.
There are many different ways you can buy from us here at the Sewing Quarter. You can order from us by calling our free phone number at 0800 112 4433 and talk to the team at our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, there are other ways you can buy from us. You can go online and shop through our website at www.sewingquarter.com. You can even watch the show there and shop as you go. You can check out as many times as you like throughout the day and only pay a small fee of £2.95 postage and packaging for the whole day. We also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all products excluding custom cut fabric. Our friendly UK-based team will help guide you through every step. Sewing Quarter is at the very heart of sewing as we bring you all things sewing and quilting. The team behind us live and breathe sewing day to day. We strive to bring you exclusive offers, exciting live demonstrations, and most importantly, we will custom cut fabric to your specification in our very own cutting room. We will also be bringing you TV exclusives that you won't be able to find anywhere else. So come and join us today at the Sewing Quarter.
Welcome to the Sewing Quarter! When you spend £10 on your first purchase, you will receive this free sewing kit from the Sewing Quarter worth £14.99.
welcome back now. I think it was Saturday, wasn't it? God, days of the week, they just merge. Saturday, we brought you brand new Tilda. It's our Tilda collection. It's the Circus, and it is absolutely gorgeous. We brought you half of it then. This is the other half of it. So if you were watching there, go, oh, it comes in various colorways. We've got teals, we've got blues, we've got red, and of course we had the green as well. So whichever way you want to work it, I'm going to show you these in the color families that we've got. So this is the other half of the color families that we had. So we brought you all sorts of beautiful fabrics on Saturday. This is the other half. So let's start off with your first kiss in teal. Now per half a meter, here we go. This is it. Now, this is your absolute classic Tilda, isn't it? Just so beautiful. I'm going to show you all of them, then we'll go back and look at them in more detail. So this is your first kiss in teal. Absolutely beautiful. You've got that pink, you've got that raspberry through there. You've almost got like a little sort of a, you know, when you do the dot, dot, dot after a B, you've kind of got that in the fabric as well. So really beautiful. Now, if you've worked, of course, with any of the other Tilda fabrics, then you know that the colours will always work together. So in that, you've also got that ginger that we had in the other one coming through. Now, next is your summer picnic in teal. This is always a favourite. Look how pretty and feminine this is. Absolutely stunning. Now, we're going to have to, this is a very delicate one. So this is giving you a contrast to those real vivid colours in the others. So this is ever so pretty. Now this is brand new today. Now what you will see in the background, that's not a solid teal in the background. It's actually lots of little dots put together. So ever so pretty, $8.95 again. Now next up for you, I don't want anybody missing out on any of these. So I'm going to show you all of them very quickly. Then we'll go into more detail. Well, let's have a look at more greens. Now, this is a great one. This is your forget-me-not in green. This is your ditzy print. So the way that Tilda often puts her collections together, you'll have those big bold prints, but she'll also give you the smaller ones. So if you are patchworking, then this is going to work an absolute treat for you, because this is your ditzy. Maybe this is your lining, maybe this is your binding, so that you've then got that detail that you can actually see. So this is your smaller ditzy print. She always likes to have some of these in the collection. So that is it in green. Now, of course, head to the website if you want these in other colorways, but otherwise these are brand new today. Any of the other colorways that you saw on Saturday will be on the website. Now, sticking with the green, let's have a look. We love this fabric. We are so taken with this fabric. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is what this collection is all about, and that's the Circus. I want you to get in really close on this, because the detailing is divine. So this is green with a teal sort of highlight to it. So what we're seeing there, you've got your elephant, he's got a monkey on his back, and then you see the monkey's putting his teacup out to get the tea that the elephant is pouring. And that goes in a sort of a diagonal pattern. You've also got birds in here, you've got an owl, you've got a child on a swing from the tree that the elephant's standing on, and then you've also got the trees and a cup of tea, which is then stood on, let me show you there, stood on an umbrella that the dancer is dancing on, and the dancer is on top of the elephant's back. And so it repeats. You've got bunting in there. This is all the fun of the fair. You've even got a swinging cat in there, but all of the detail, so you've got your green as your base, and then you've got your detail in that lovely teal. So this is a lovely one. If you've gone for some of the teal colours, you can pick this up as well. If you've gone for the green, this is going to work an absolute treat as well. If you went for some of the linen colours that we had on Saturday, again, this is going to work absolutely beautifully. What a gorgeous print. Absolutely beautiful. Now, if you love that floral, the florals that Tilda is just known for, then look at this. These are all by the half meter when you're buying them, so get as much as you want. Absolutely beautiful. Price all the same, $8.95 per half a meter. We know that with Tilda. And what you are getting for that money is, of course, this stunning cotton in such beautiful detailing. The print quality, absolutely exquisite. The colours there, of course, going to work with all of your collections that you've got with your Tilda. So I don't know if you got any of the Bumblebee collection, but there was that ginger, wasn't there, throughout the Bumblebee collection. And again, that's highlighted in these fabrics as well. So if you are patchworking and you've got some of those other collections, you can mix and match them, and that's what it's going to work with absolutely beautifully. Now here we go. This is your blue. Let's have a look at this. This is brand new. Very excited to be able to bring this to you. This was why, you know, we had to get rid of the bumblebee because we needed room for this. And here it is. Look at that. So again, your pinks and your blues, absolutely gorgeous. And throughout a lot of this, the spot is in there. Now in this case, the spot is in the background there. But again, you've got that ginger in the berries. So you've got all of this. So they complement, they mix, they match. And of course, you've also got different sizes of print. This is sort of your mid-range floral print, but you've got those ditsies as well that we've got for you today, and we've also got those larger prints. So if you are mixing and matching for your quilting, then you've got all of the colours. Now let me give you a larger one. This is in blue. This is gorgeous. So premiere today, not been on air before. You've seen the other colourways, but you haven't necessarily seen these. Well, you haven't, because look at that. I have to say, I worked with this the other day and it was gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? So that cool blue with those hot pinks and those orange in there, absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is what, the Circus Rose, is that what we're calling this one? I don't know if it's actually a specific flower, I have no idea, but it just works. It's so pretty. And again, if you want to then work this in with a small ditzy, we've got that as well. So this is your Circus Rose in blue, VNGQ 26. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love it. Hey, good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. We know you love a fabric collection, and so we're bringing you brand new from Tilda. There's a lot going on this morning. Gosh, here we go. This is your, is this in blue? Now, it's called Forget-Me-Not in blue, but look, it's got a strong red theme, but the actual Forget-Me-Not flower itself is blue. And again, so we've had this in green already this morning. This is it in blue, completely different feel in the blue and the red. Really lovely. So, of course, this means that if you want to use this with the blues and the reds, that you know you can use those colours with confidence. You see, because look, that's how these are all working together absolutely beautifully. Now, Producer Paul, look at this one. This actually feels a little bit oriental, doesn't it, in the colourways? When you see it in the red, look at that. Again, do you like this? So sort of an oriental vibe, but such a different feel from the blue. The blue was lovely and cool. This has got those hot pinks and reds in there, but it's a warm red. It's not an orange-based red. It's a warm red through there. So really pretty. And again, when you get it in this rich red colour, you can really see those little dots outlining. And it's almost like you've had a bee sort of buzzing around through there. But this is the detailing that you're getting. Now, the last one, is this your favourite one, Producer Paul? Yeah, we love these. Absolutely gorgeous. I think this is just such a beautiful collection from Tilda. She has absolutely done it again. Now this is, it says in red, but actually these are your pinks. This is your raspberry pink and that lighter pink that we get an awful lot in Tilda. And just look, this is why the collection is called Circus. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So this is one of those fabrics that the more that you look at it, the more you see. So maybe you didn't notice the owl on the dancer's arm. Maybe you didn't notice the child swinging from the tree or the cat swinging from the tree the other side. Maybe you didn't notice that actually the tree isn't in a plant pot, it's in a cup of tea, which is balanced on top of the umbrella that the dancer is holding. There's bunting in there, there's birds, there's a monkey, all the detail in that light pink on that lovely deeper raspberry pink. So that is brand new today for you, but you can just see, if I just, sorry, I've got to show you this, Producer Paul. If I just lay this across the top here, I don't know if we can come over the top to see these, but this is the pink, the pinks that are throughout the whole collection. So you see the pinks and the reds, it's in there, it's in here, it's in here. So you can mix this with all of your favorite designs. That's the red that's in there. It works absolutely beautifully. But of course, it just shows how Tilda works together. And that is the absolute joy of it. Whether you're going for a small ditzy, whether you're going for a larger size print, maybe you want that as your lining and then you're going to have that on the outside of your bag or something like that. Maybe you are patchworking. Imagine these. Imagine the elephant Pussycat as a patchwork piece. Absolutely gorgeous. And you can just see the difference in having that in blue, this in green, this in red. These are the same designs, but you can just see the difference in having them in those different colorways. Look at the difference with that elephant in that green and the teal, and then how pretty it is over here in the red and the pink. Just gorgeous. And that is what Tilda does. This is her genius, her absolute genius. So you're in our fabric shop, in your living room, in the comfort of your own home. Oh, which ones do you go for? Which ones? I'm going to give you a moment to think. Let's have a look at some books. Let's have a look at So Pretty Home Style, because this is going to work an absolute treat with the fabrics. This is the thing, isn't it? How often do you buy fabric because you've just got to have it? And quite frankly, there are so many designs in this that I just have to have. And then I need to think of, well, how am I going to use them? Because it's either that or they just sit in my fabric stash and I just look at them occasionally and go, oh, you're so pretty. I'm going to use this because it's gorgeous. That circus, the circus life, could you imagine having that in a kid's bedroom? Just beautiful. Anyway, let's give you some ideas. So your So Pretty Home Style, of course, lends itself towards the Tilda because it's written by Tilda. So the brains behind Tilda, of course, is a lady called Tuna. And it just works. She works so well, getting her collections with similar colours. Producer Hayley, who we had on Saturday, she said, yeah, but the colourways are very similar to the other collections. I said, that's the beauty of Tilda. That's the joy of it. That means that you can mix out. If you've got, say you're doing a patchwork and you've got some of your other collections. I did a patchwork cushion with Tilda the other day. I think I had 4 different collections in there. And it just worked because the colours are there. So you get the eclectic mix of the different patterns, but you get the colourways so that you know that it works. And that's the genius of it. So whether you're making something super pretty for home, whether you're making for gifts, whether you're making just to pretty up the place, you see, or practical. You know, I think that these really work. And these larger, big, bolder prints, as we've seen recently with the big, bolder prints, they work beautifully as bags. They need that showcasing of that larger print. Oh, hello! But then you see, why not give him a little ditzy print heart? You know, that's or a little ditzy print bandana. All of these things in here. There's a mix of homeware with your toys. I do love these Tilda toys. It's all in there. I'm going to be completely honest. When I first saw Tilda fabrics and things, I didn't get it. It's only once I started working with it that I really got the ideas. Now, how about home decor? So how about using one of those larger prints and then making your notice board? So even if you don't have lots of notices on there, it doesn't matter because you've got something pretty behind it. It really doesn't matter. Your patchworks. It doesn't have to be a tiny, tiny patchwork. You can see there. That's a much larger patchwork with a applique on. It gives you that excuse. And it's showing you even how to do those appliques. And it gives you all of the patterns and all the instructions on how to make this. This is a really quintessential Tilda book, full of prettiness, full of excuses. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Do you know, I had never noticed that that was in there. How have I missed that? Could you imagine that in one of these gorgeous circus fabrics? That would look incredible. Absolutely incredible. So lots of ideas, lots of inspiration, whether you're making bags, whether you're making toys, it's all in there. We'll have a closer look at that. And that, gosh, great price, $12.95, PYGQ 74. We've got another book. Now, this has got the gorgeous snail in it. Now, you can buy the snail separately as a kit. In fact, this is what I would suggest to you. If you've never tried Tilda, and it's in the trying of Tilda that you love Tilda, then grab a book like this. This is your Crafting Tilda's Friends. It's a very different way of making toys Jo Carter said the other day that actually she really enjoys making them the Tilda way. It's a different way of doing things, but equally lovely. So you've got your garden angels. This is all about the whimsy, isn't it? $7.95 here. Whether you're making for the school fete, church fete, anything like that, these displays look gorgeous. You've got your bumblebees in there. You've got your flowers. Oh, imagine those flowers in some of these gorgeous colours. And then you've got the frog. Love the frog. And of course, because these all come with ways to dress them up, then you can really go to town with your Tilda fabrics. It's just an excuse to play. Now, here we go. So we've got the Tilda snail. Now we've made the Tilda snail. This was my first Tilda make, actually, was the Tilda snail. We've got him as a kit, which we'll show you in a moment. But this takes it a little bit further. So you can get the kit so that you can just make 2 snails. And that's a great introduction to Tilda. A nice, easy kit to make, and you end up with a snail. But what this shows you in the book is how to then take that even further. And he becomes the helpful snail. So you can put him on wheels. You can put him with something to tow along. Speed him up a little bit there. Put a dragonfly on his back. But I love that over here, he's pulling a little cart. And he's even got, so what I made, my little leftover scraps, I made into the pincushions to stick on the top of my snail. So you can really embellish and go to town. So let me show you the kit very quickly. This is what I say, if you want to know what all the fuss is about with Tilda, grab something like this and you'll soon get to realise that the quality of the print, the quality of the cotton is lovely to work with. And this is a really fun, easy way. This is what you make out of this kit, these little chaps here. That's what the kit makes for $11.95. This is incredible value for money. Less than £6 a snail, and actually, if you're really careful, everything that you need is in there. And if you're very careful, I know because I did this, if you're very careful about how you cut out the body parts of the snail, and if you cut, I think this one, no, which one was it? This one, you'll see here, I didn't stitch along the bottom. I cut him on the fold, which meant that actually I could cut 4 snail bases, snail bodies out, which meant that then I could delve into my Tilda stash and do the snail shells in different fabrics out of my Tilda stash. So in the kit you get enough to make both of these. You get the thread, you get the turny pokey outy tool, and you even get the little raffiary type bow ties. So everything that you need in the kit is in there, even down to the thread. That's what you're getting. A great price there at $11.95. You can stuff these with, you need to get stuffing as extra, but maybe you want to stuff them with lavender as well so that they smell really gorgeous. Lovely to have. UJGQ15. So if you've never played with Tilda, that's a great place to start. And then, of course, grab yourself a book and then you can make even more. Hurrah! Now, most popular so far is the Circus Rose in Red. This one. Hey, let's get a look at this. We don't have, okay, right, we've brought you Premier Fabrics. What we want to do, okay, is be able to bring you beautiful fabrics, but turn them around so that we're going to be bringing you lots of choice. So we don't have oodles and oodles of this. So grab it if you love it, because I don't know how many times we will be bringing these to air. Like I say, we want to turn these over so that you get more choice. We can bring more to you. So if you do love this, don't wait for it to be on another show. I don't know when these are going to be back. Grab it whilst you can. Okay, so we bring them to you unadulterated as they are by the ½ meter. And you decide how much, because this might be that actually you need a curtain out of this, or you need a Roman blind out of this, or you need something big out of this fabric. It's asking for it. You've got that huge, I mean, look at the size of my hand. I've got big hands. Look at the size of this print. This is a big dramatic print. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, let me show you how this has come. So, ½ meter is what you'll get. This is at selvage to selvage, so you'll get a ½ meter for $8.95. But look at that, those hot pinks and reds, absolutely gorgeous. But then you get that blast of the teal in there as well. Really beautiful, and a little hint of ginger in there as well. Absolutely exquisite. So MTGQ47. Whether, oh yeah, you could make, you know, a little footstool out of it. You could, reupholster, couldn't you? In this, be beautiful. It's bringing that splash of warmth, that splash of colour. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, for me, when you get a large print like this, it's about finding a project that is going to show off the print and really get a feel for it. And a little while ago, I did make a bag out of some Tilda fabric, and a lot of you said, "Oh, can we see you make that bag?" Well, hopefully do that on another show. But it is one of those things that if we see this in the blue here, let me just pin that on there. But how easy and effective. Simple bag. This is it in the blue colourway. But do you see what I mean? You've got then that stunning fabric, and you've got it in a vast expanse. For me, this isn't, I'm not like our experts. I'm not a fabulous seamstress or anything like that. I'm really not. But for me, this is the perfect thing because the fabric does the hard work for me. I don't have to do a lot. I really don't have to do a lot to have a bag that looks beautiful. And this is my go-to bag that I sort of make up for Mother's Day and this, that and the other. But it is beautiful, and I've got several of these. And it just means that I can have a vast expanse of my favourite fabrics. Look at this. Joint most popular with the red. I just think it's gorgeous. $8.95. Pop it in your basket. And off we go. Yeah. Do you want to have a look at that in the half metre? There we go. Let's pop that back up there. Hopefully I will be able to show you how to make that. That's the blue version. This is the red. Of course, let's get that out now. Here we go. This is the blue. Oh, just beautiful. Yeah, look at that. Now, from afar, it is a gorgeous pattern, but then when you get in close, just look at those colours. It's the mixture of that gorgeous blue, and it's just a beautiful blue. But then you've also got that that aqua highlight almost through there. You've got elements of ginger running through here as well. And then you get that deep pink, that light pink. The colours just work. It's exquisite. Absolutely exquisite. So you've got that classic floral with that lovely twist of colour. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. These could almost be water lilies, the way they sit on the blue. The blue just gives it that different feel. Now let me just show you this. When you get your Tilda fabrics, check out the selvage. Okay, now a lot of you I know do this already, and some of you are really organised and have a book that you keep these sorts of things in. So you cut off the selvage, and you can see it says Tilda, Circus Rose and Blue, and then you've got 1 to 9 of the different colours that are in there. Okay, so if you want to mix and match this with another colour, with another colourway, you might go, okay, do I know, is this going to match? What's this going to work with? So, for example, the red, if we compare the blue and the red, you can see that actually the difference in colour only comes on number 9. The rest of it is all in there. The difference is just that background. So did someone say reversible cushion? Yes. Hey, it's a beautiful way of doing it. And that is what just makes Tilda so beautiful. So maybe you go, okay. Oh, a new leader on the Tilda scoreboards. Which is favourite? Is it the circus line? Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, so let me show you. Because my homework when I went home for the weekend, okay, I'll be honest, I was sent home to make a reversible bag. I was sent home with half a metre of that, half a metre of that, and told to go and make I was told to go home and make a reversible bag, which I started to do. I did start to do, but then I got carried away. So the bag was meant to look like this. If I show you. It was meant to be that, but then with this as a reversible lining, but actually it was too pretty to hide. So this will be just so easy. That's your fuchsia plain, by the way. Just works. But that is another way to use this fabric. Just beautiful. Right, let me show you. So the colours, lots of multi-buyers here, which is just perfect. So if you're worried about the colours, check the colours out. You know that on the selvages, you've got the colours that are working here that you can see. So you've got number 2 there is the same as number 8 there. And so you can mix and match the colourways through. Beautiful, right? Let me show you the detail on this. You have got to have a look at this in close because it is utterly beautiful. Now, throughout all of the Tilda ranges, you will see this warm raspberry pink. And here it's been topped off with that pretty, pretty light, delicate pink to give all the detail, which is just beautiful. And in this print, you've got the elephant. And the highlighted detail is just gorgeous. You've got a little girl on a swing, swinging from the trees. You've got bunting. And what I love is that you've got patterns going in different directions. So you've got coming across here, you've got the diagonal of the elephant. But then you've also got, coming sort of straight down, you've got the dancer on top of the elephant. So you've got movement in lots of different directions. And from afar, it just looks like a pretty print. But this is one of those ones. Find a project for this where from afar, yep, looks really pretty. But then when you actually get up close, you get a chance to see that detail. So maybe this is a cushion, or maybe this is actually a bathroom, I don't know, a bathroom blind where, you know, actually from afar it looks really pretty, but as you're stood washing your hands, you actually get to see the fabric close by. I don't know, this deserves to be seen. Please don't buy this and just put it in your stash. Please think of something absolutely exquisite to use it for. Could you imagine this is the backing for your quilt? That would be incredible. No, absolutely beautiful. Now, you know how earlier I said with the monkeys, with the snails, you can then, once you've got that pattern, you can make it with different fabrics. We've got the monkey back. He is back. Now, monkey comes with, well, you actually get 2 monkeys in this kit. So 2 monkeys, it's under £10 a monkey. It's $19.95 for the kit. Here's your monkey. But the joy of the monkey, the Tilda monkey, is all down to the design. Oh, is his hands and his tail, and his arms and his legs. They all have the hooks at the end, so you can hang him from everywhere. And he does like to swing, so maybe you just hang him off a bookshelf, or hang him off the top of the stairs, or something like that. But then, when you've got the 2 of them, you see, one can hang from the other one's tail. This is one of those things that little hands, my son absolutely loves the monkey, absolutely loves it, because little hands can hold it and swizz him around. And they can imagine the emotion because the face isn't overly made. You just get the eyes. You can put as much in there as you want. If you want to put in more face, you can. If you want to do button eyes, you can. If you want to give him a nose, you want to give him... He's got a slight blush. But kids absolutely love it. Now you get 2. Okay, the kit comes to make 2. And of course, once you've got the pattern, you can make him in other colourways as well. So in the kit... That's the other colourway there. That's the one I've made. We've had to bring him back because he sold out. So he's 56 centimetres tall. He's a tall chap. So you're getting 2 in there. Everything you need. Full instructions. There are your pattern pieces in there. And then you get your full instructions. You get waddings for the ears. You get interfacing for the face. It's all in there. Everything is in the kit. That's your material for the other monkey. There we go. So there are your 2 different monkey fabrics. You even get your thread if you want to stitch, hand stitch on the face. We've had a message from Jacqueline. Hello, Jacqueline. Oh, she sent us the picture. Let's have a look. Oh, this is Delilah. Oh, hi, Delilah. Why are you lying there? Oh, watching whilst we sew. Oh, isn't she gorgeous? Oh, beautiful tabby. Very pretty, very pretty. Thank you, Jacqueline. It's lovely to see her. Absolutely lovely. And thank you all for your messages. Here is how to get in touch. If you want to get in touch, then go onto the website. Underneath where we're live, there's a little box with a message box, and you can get in touch with us from there. There's how you message the studio. If you want to send us a photo, then please do, but that has to come to studio@sewingquarter.com. And then underneath, all those brand new fabrics, brand new today. Woohoo! We love them. Absolutely love them. Right, monkey, you can go over there. Just behave yourself over there, please. Let's pop him over there. Oh, hang on. There's some more thread out of there. Right, let's have a look at... Oh, can we mix and match these fabrics a bit now? Yes. So, I want to show... the green elephant, and I want to show you with it. So, okay, we all agree, don't we? I think it's generally agreed that the circus fabric, the circus life, is just exquisite. But if you're looking for a contrast, then why not throw that in? This is your summer picnic in teal, which picks up the teal of the detailing there. So if you are, I mean, imagine if you're patchworking with this. It's a different look for Tilda, isn't it, this? And there is just this one different pattern thrown in. Producer Paul said that when he looked at this, he wouldn't have said that it was Tilda. But then you see it in the different colourways, and you know. For me, you know, the joy of Tilda is the detail in here. You've got these little spots that appear throughout the whole thing. You've got the detailing of, and just how it's printed, how well it's printed, so that you can bring the detail of the monkey. You can bring the detail of the cat with his little trousers there, swinging away. You've got all of this detail, and it's all highlighted. There's also kind of a star over the back of the elephant's pad that he's wearing there. And that, again, all highlighted. You only get that with a top quality print. And that's what you're getting here. Absolutely beautiful. But if you want to tone it down, maybe you want to do, as I was sent off to do and didn't quite manage, a reversible bag or something reversible, or something where you just want something calmer inside, then why not go for this? This is producer Hayley's favourite, which is your summer picnic teal. Oh, I've got a message, and this is from Dee. Hello, Dee. She said, morning. Are the patterns at full size in the Tilda Friends book? That's one way to find out. I do believe they are. For £7.95, Dee, you are getting, indeed, full size. So there's your snail. There's his shell. So you just have to trace around the one that you want, but they're all colour-coded. Down here you've got your dragonfly. Oh, imagine the dragonfly out of some of these prints. It'd be beautiful. So yeah, you do get them. You just have to trace around the one that's appropriate. Which one's this? Oh, this is the bunny. So that's your bunny. So all of these, there's your bumblebee. You've got your appliqué bird. Oh, the frog. Ooh, 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 Producer Paul. The frog would look amazing out of the forget-me-not green. The book's a great present, isn't it? And a great price. So, say you add in 1/2 metre of your green and then you can make your frog. That's perfect for it. So again, what Tilda's done throughout this range is give you different size prints. So this is your ditzy, this is your forget-me-not. Very, very pretty, very, very delicate. And that, of course, if you're going with your green colourway, look at that then with your elephant. There we go. Now, we sell this by the 1/2 metre. But if you pop 2 units in your basket, that's 1 metre, and it will be cut in a continuous length. A lot of you know that. A lot of you are already doing that. I just want to make sure that anybody new that's just joined us gone, oh, because this isn't readily available everywhere. You know, so this is one of those things that you go, okay, how do I get hold of this? If you're using this for a backing for a quilt or something, imagine the elephants on the backing for a quilt. Then you've kind of got it reversible, haven't you? Buy it by the 1/2 metre, and then you're going to have what you want. But you can just see how beautifully these work. So if you are quilting, then you've got your ditzy. You could really make sure that you get the pattern that you want. Now let me show you some of the blues. The clown flower in blue, very, very popular. Is that the one I made the bag out of, or is that the smaller one? That's the Circus rose. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is the clown flower in blue. Very, very popular. Now you see, this is the thing, isn't it? If you're making cushions or anything like that out of this, it's going to be incredibly beautiful. But why not throw in a splash of something else? You see, so I was saying about the difference in the sizes of the prints. That's kind of a midway size. And then you just get to see the Circus rose is your bigger print. So it gives you an idea of the different sizes. So the details for this one down the bottom. Is this one most popular? Beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. I do love it. But you see, you can mix this one. You can mix in with your reds. This is where I just love to mix and match. Maybe you want to do just a strip down the side. So you see, maybe you want to have, this is the main event of your cushion, but then you just have a strip down the side of your Circus. So details for the elephant down here. This fabric is there. So this one, PIGQ 64, and this one here, SNGQ 60. A little warning. The monkey's popular. Here he is. Look how big he is. He's 56 centimeters. I have to say, I made him. This is the second Tilda toy that I made. Made the snail first, great starting point, and then he was the second thing. My son would not leave the monkey alone. In fact, I had to steal him out of the house while he was asleep. He's not 17, he's 3. And he is absolutely obsessed with him. In fact, he came into the studio to see us the other day and made a beeline for the monkey. He's like, monkey, there he is. But I think that this is perfect for young children, but it's also this is a toy they're not embarrassed to keep with them. This can go off to university with them as well. And he's going to be the cool toy. And off he goes. 1995 OXGQ 92. Yeah. And of course, once you've got the pattern, any of your other Tilda fabrics that you want to make them out of, perfect. Ooh. Out of the kit, you get now. He's very, very popular. He's sold out several times. This is the other colourway for the monkey. So you get 1/2 metre of that one as well. Helps if I get it up around the right way. So you get 1/2 metre of that one too. And again, so you see, you've got the greens and the pinks in there that we can see in the circus fabrics. So you can mix and match these. It's going to work. So 2 monkeys. Oh, yay, there is a monkey in the circus fabric. You could make a monkey out of a monkey. So you get 1/2 metre of that fabric, 1/2 metre of that one. Sorry, monkey. You get your wadding for the ears, you get full instructions, you get your interfacing for the face, you get your fabric for the face, you get your pokey turny outy tool, you get 2 different threads, you get blue thread, you get the green khaki sort of coloured thread for the face, and full instructions, all for under £20. So if you've got 2 children, it's same but different, isn't it? That's what you want. So you can make monkeys for your own little monkeys. And I have to say, they are so popular with little ones. Great kit, lovely gift as well. Maybe you want to gift this to someone, then it's absolutely perfect. All you have to do is add your stuffing. And you're good to go. And easy to post as well. So 1995 OXGQ92. Let's put monkey back up there. There he is. The other one that we've got for you, the other kit we've got for you today are the snails. Limited stock on these now, these little chaps. This was where I started with my Tilda toys, and I absolutely love them. I made loads of them. Stuffed them with some lavender. For only £11.95, that is under £6 per snail, then you can make these little chaps. I want them as bookends, actually. That's my next thing. I've got 2 at home, and at the moment they're on top of the bookshelves, but actually I want to make them into, I'll stick some lavender in so they smell nice. And this is because I got the idea out of the Tilda's Friends book, where she attaches a little cart, but there's no reason why you can't make those into little bookends and have snail bookends. So £11.95, UJGQ 15, grab your snails, and the kit does make 2, makes both of those in exactly that fabric. Now, talking of fabric, let's have a look at the First Kiss in teal. These are the teal colours that we've brought for you today. Very, very pretty. Look at these. We've barely looked at these, but they are super popular. Lots of you multi-buying, and of course also check out the website for the rest of the range. So we do have the First Kiss in a linen with a linen background. We've got the First Kiss in a blue and a green. We've got these in all the colourways, I think, as long as they're still in stock. As long as you didn't buy them out on Saturday, then we'll still have them on the website. So if you see these and you want to get the other colours, then go on the website, look at these. This is the first time to wear with the rest of these. So £8.95, RHGQ 85. And again, the pinks in there. Now, why not, if you want sort of a lighter teal to go through that, mix it in with this. Now, this is an uber pretty print just by itself. It is so gorgeous. It's just, this is sort of a light, discreet softness about this. Could you imagine a summer dress made out of this? Wouldn't that be pretty? So if you want a metre, then you put 2 units in. That's how it works. So same P&P, however much you buy, £2.95 for the whole day. £8.95 for this. Absolutely beautiful. This is a classic. Absolute classic. Look how pretty and intricate that is. And it's lovely sometimes, isn't it? When you've got those big, bold prints, sometimes to throw in something that's a little bit more delicate. £8.95, OSGQ 36. You're loving it. Now, most popular. We've got an update on most popular. Still the Circus Rose in blue. Ooh. I was just going to, that's what's most popular. Let me show you, in fact, let me show you the Circus Rose in all the 3 colours that we've got it in. So let me show it you in green, because we haven't really touched, been buried under here. Oh, it's fab, isn't it? It is like having your own fabric shop. Well, we do. We've basically got our own fabric shop, haven't we? Look at this in the green. Isn't that beautiful? There's something serene about the green. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It kind of looks like a jungle print coming through. Producer Paul says 1920s look. It's funny, isn't it? Because when you see the green, it gives you a completely different feel to the blue. Now, the blue could almost be water lilies because it's sat on the blue. Now, this is the most popular today, is this one here. But, you know, just different feels. Gorgeous. However which way you want to work these. So this is your blue here, details on the screen there. All of these. So if you're after a circus rose, we've got it in blue, we've got it in green, and on today's show, we also have it in the red. Woo, look at those. Yes, that is fabulous, isn't it? That is gorgeous. Just look at the different feel of those. Gosh, could you imagine if you did sort of a stripe of that? Oh, yeah. I think this also, we've got this, we had this in teal on Saturday as well. So if you're a teal coloured person, or that's the colour that's in your home, then, you know, have a look on that as well. But you can see, what we discovered earlier by looking at the selvage is that the print is exactly the same. The only difference between the three of these is the background colour. So you can mix and match these, and don't they look different just by changing that background colour? So, I mean, this one, sort of jungly, gardens. Well, it is very summery, isn't it? Actually, maybe this is your majestic garden, and then this is sort of the water feature, and this is just hot gorgeousness. Love them. All of these are your circus rose. Now, talking of circus, let's have a look at the circus. Circus, circus, circus. Yay! Now, let's have a look. Let's have a look at these elephants. And again, let me show you the different feel that you get from having the different colours. There we go. Whoop! So here they are. Whether you're going green or you're going red, exquisite either way. I think this is going down as possibly one of my all-time favourite fabrics. I just love it. It's the detailing in it. From afar it looks like just a pretty pattern, but it's the detail of when you get in there. Maybe you want to make a ballet bag for your granddaughter out of this. You know, it's got that ballerina. You've got that detailing in there. Maybe, you know, they're not girly, then do it in the green. It's absolutely gorgeous. You've got the green and the teal in there. Just beautiful. So the detailing in here. And you've got that sort of antique white background. And then you've got the teal and the green. That's it. The simplicity in the colours is just there, isn't it? So you've got that swinging cat, you've got the girl on the swing, you've got the bunting. Well, yeah, there's a bird on the bunting. This is it. Producer Paul said, oh, I've only just seen that. You've got, there's an owl that's just coming into land on the ballerina's arm. You've got the monkey, you've got a squirrel on the elephant's head. There's a kestrel in there, there's lots of birds. And this is one of those ones that, I mean, don't put this away. This is a fabric that has to be seen. This is a fabric that just needs to be enjoyed. Because the more you look at it... Okay, so, how much... We've only got a few minutes. Can you get your messages in? What can you make out of this so that you can really get to see the detail? That's what I want to know. What are you going to make with this so that you can really get beautifully appreciated? Are these going to be curtains in a little one's bedroom? I don't know. What are you making with it? Give us some ideas. It's just gorgeous. $8.95 per half a metre. IQ GQ03. Is that producer Hayley in there? What would she make? What would you make, producer Hayley? She'd make a bag. What, you mean like this? You mean like what, like that, producer Hayley? I haven't finished this one, producer Hayley, by the way. I know I was meant to do a reversible one, but I couldn't bear to have that on the inside. It does look like a vest top, actually. Yeah, maybe that's the whole of the show. Wouldn't that make an amazing top? It'd be quite nice, actually, wouldn't it? I like that. Yeah. It's just, something easy to wear with a pair of jeans. You could, of course, you can make with this. It is a beautiful cotton. If you want to clothes make, then you can with it. If you want a bag make, you can. But you see, these larger patterns just work. This is the most popular today. Monkey's very popular too. Hey. So there we go. Just lots of ways to work with these. It's beautiful. Monkey, very, very popular. Let me show you him again because he is back in stock. There he is. There's Monkey. $19.95 for 2 monkeys. Don't forget, this makes 2 monkeys. What's he got hanging off his ear? Thread looked like he had his ear pierced, didn't it? 2 monkeys, and of course these are great because these hang. You can hang him from various bits of the house. OXGQ 92, 1995, OXGQ 92 for 2 monkeys. Lots of you doing that. Please do check out your baskets. Make sure that you're getting these fabrics. We've got so far Viv, Jane, Monica. Good morning, to name but a few who have joined us this morning buying. Who else have we got? Angie, Moira, Karen, Julie, Miranda, Judith, and Barbara. Well done. Congratulations. That's just, are they monkey buyers? They're just going for the monkey. That's not even the rest of you that are going for these beautiful fabrics. Absolutely gorgeous. Please don't sit there and wait. Think, oh, we'll see it loads. I can't guarantee that. Cannot guarantee that. If you want these fabrics and you want to be able to get them by the half metre, however much you want to get of these, please do grab them now. And if you want to get plains with them, I can tell you that is fuchsia and that is ivory. If you want to go on to our... Sorry. Our customers have asked what? Oh, the width of the Circus fabric. It's 110 centimetres. Does that mean that you're trying to dress make with it? Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. A crib quilt with this as your backing fabric. That's got to be it, isn't it? Producer Paul saying this is his favourite fabric, possibly of all time. And he's seen a lot of fabric. $8.95 per half a metre. It's the detail though, isn't it? You know, it's you look at it and you glance and you think yes. And then you look at the detail and it's just gorgeous. Hey, do you know what looks lovely together? Is that circus flower with that. Whoop. So you've got this beautiful green through here that's echoed throughout the circus here. Let's give you the details here. So the circus rose, this one, details there. And then for the circus life, the details will come up on your screen down there in just one moment. So maybe you're going to do a trim in this. Gorgeous. PEGQ 56. Oh, treat yourself. Absolutely gorgeous. Which is most popular? Is it the blue? Up and down, up and down. Ooh. Circus Rose in red. Oh, hey, let's have a look at this one. This is stunning, isn't it? I don't have much red in my house, but if I did, I would be all over that. A friend of mine's got a stunning red kitchen. Could you imagine that? Some cushions in that red kitchen. Just gorgeous. Loads of multi-buyers. Good on you. Get it while you can. MTGQ47. Like I say, this is the first time that we've aired these ones. We've aired the other colourways. They're all on the website for you to grab. So brand new Tilda, brand new collection of Tilda. How long it will be here for, I don't know. We don't have masses of stock of it. So please, if you love this and you've just got to have it, there is sort of an oriental feel, isn't there, to the red? Really pretty, lovely and warm, fiery. $8.95 per half metre, MTGQ47. But of course, don't forget it in blue. Oh, because it's gorgeous in the blue. Maybe you want to mix and match the two. Beautiful. This is your blue. Obviously, this is your blue here. But again, as we discovered earlier, this pattern exactly the same. It's just a different background colour. So whether you're going for the blue, whether you're going for the red, this is the blue. This is your grown-up Tilda. This is your big pattern grown-up Tilda. Absolutely gorgeous. Just stunning. If you want one to calm it down, look on the website for the linen, because then, you know, it just complements it all beautifully. Now, next hour, we are back to the owl and the pussycat. Jo Carter's joining us. She's going to show us how to make that owl. Do not miss out. Thank you for grabbing all of the Tilda that you need. Continue to check out your baskets. Don't miss out. Don't know when these will be back, but we will see you because we will be back in just a few moments.
Join us on Facebook. Simply search for The Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
So today we're going to be learning the prick stitch. Now the prick stitch is very similar to a back stitch, and they're basically very tiny stitches which are visible on the front of the fabric and very long stitches on the back. So let's get started. So I'm going to be using an embroidery thread here, so obviously you can see what I'm doing, and I have got a large knot in the bottom, but at home obviously you wouldn't do that. So first of all, you need to start with the needle at the wrong side of the fabric coming through to the front. And like I said, it's very similar to the back stitch where you're going to go backwards rather than forwards, and you want to make this stitch as tiny as possible, so taking a couple of strands from the fabric itself. And then the length of your prick stitch could be entirely up to you, so I'm going to make it quite a large one so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going through the fabric and then I'm going to come back, take it. So there we have our prick stitch.
Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @sewingquarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air. The Sewing Quarter is a new inspirational sewing and quilting channel here to help educate our viewers with some of the best designers in the business. We hope to bring you some exciting demonstrations with some of the top industry experts. We're part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multi-platform company who operate some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our first TV shopping channel adventure with Jewellery Maker to several successful magazines such as Simply Sewing, Radio Times, BBC Good Food and many more. We've been working incredibly hard to set up and bring you our new exciting channel, and we hope that we can help inspire you with new ideas and projects. Hey, welcome back. This is The Owl and the Pussycat, the sequel, part 2. So in the first hour this morning, if you were up early and joined us, then we made the Pussycat and we started to make the beautiful pea green boat. Yes, indeed, it is the Owl and the Pussycat setting sail to sea in their beautiful pea green boat. So we've put a bundle together for you. Now the bundle is $28.95. Within the bundle, you will get your stuffing, you'll get your wadding, you will get felt for the beak, felt for the faces, and your thread in each bundle. In addition to that, you will also get 4.5 meters of fabric so that you can mix and match. This is the most popular. We're heading rapidly towards just single figures of this one. I love this one because this is a meeting of your classic. Oh, we've moved on. So next is your heart one. Love that one. So if you love a bit of heart, there it is there, working beautifully. Again, $28.95. All the kits $28.95. FXGC 79. Now, the diamond one is the one that we've seen this made of. If you've missed this from 8 o'clock, you do really need to get these in your basket. We tried to bring enough stock for 2 hours, but... and then the last one that we've got for you is the one that we're making it out of, which is the floral, which is a dashwood floral in there. And again, $28.95. And that are your 4 different options. KWGC83. Now, the woman, the inspiration, the brains behind it, Smokey Joe Carter, as you will henceforth be known. Actually, that's your cat's name.
It is my cat's
name.
I
love that. Now, you're only with us for half an hour, aren't you, to make, and then we've got something else for you. So let's have a look at what we've got.
Okay, I want to start with the boat. Off camera, I sewed the sides together. So this is one of the... You need 2 of these to make the boat. This is one.
So you have the boat outer and the boat lining.
That's right. And the fabric, there's 0.5 metre of green. So, and you can get 3 of these. So you could do 3 boats with a different inside, yeah, nice. Or one completely pea green one, and then one outer and different lining.
Right.
But I just wanted to clarify because I made a mistake because I had more of the green and I thought I should have checked what was in the kit. But yes, you can get 3 ounces sections, yes.
Which is the pea green bit, and then you get so much of the other fabric you can easily line with some of the others, because you know in some of these you've got 0.5 metre to just do tummy and wings.
Yes.
So you're going to have plenty of that fabric then left over. Maybe you could put a little honey spoon because they set sail with their honey, didn't they? Or the £5 note.
Oh, a £5 note tucked in there would be nice.
As a gift.
But the pockets, you don't have. If you don't want to put the pocket on, you can leave the pocket out. I've made them in the past, minus the pocket, but with little sort of V-shaped stitches on the tummy.
To tummy ruffles, yes.
Yes, just a bit of embroidered detail.
Producer Paul said, wouldn't that owl actually make a lovely gift for Tooth Fairy?
Yes, because owls are nocturnal. They could look. It could look after
the keeper of the tooth.
It could.
Yeah. Stock warning on all of these. We are rapidly heading towards single figures. Fingal siggers?
Fingal siggers?
Yeah, fingal siggers. Right, Joe.
Okay.
What are we doing?
First job with the owl, as always, is cutting the pieces out. So I've done that. But it's easier to cut out a bigger piece than the front section.
Right.
And put your applique felt, I will get the words out, applique felt eye patch on there and stitch around it just in case it moves. You don't want it sort of wonky on the face.
So you can see applique the face on first, and then you see, then you can take it off. I don't know if we can see that over. There we go. So you've got extra fabric around there in case anything moves.
And that will just help to ensure that your face panel, the eye patch, is lined up. So I use that as my guide and just quickly draw around it.
All instructions come. We've given you the instructions this time as a booklet. Now we've bought the Pussycat and the owl to wear, but without instructions before now because we were making them out of a certain fabric. But the booklet is amazing, and it comes with all the instructions, all the templates, the template for the boat as well. It's all in there, step by step. If you've had any of Joe Carter's step-by-step guides, then we're on it. There it is. $28.95. You get your wadding, you get your stuffing, you get your step-by-step booklet with what's the word I want? All of the templates. The word.
I was no help then. Sorry.
Where are all the words today? Someone's stolen them. You're also going to get 4 half-metre lengths of fabric for you to mix and match whichever way round you want, and you're also getting your felt for the faces and for the beak. Gorgeous. So you've marked those notches on, haven't you?
I have. When I'm cutting a pattern out, I just show on here. When I draw them out, I point them that way, but then I snip them in the opposite way.
Okay.
Is that visible? Just so when I'm drawing round, I can just make a little pen mark there.
So and then snip out the other way.
There we go. So I'll cut this piece out, and then I'll embroider the face on. So all the sort of what would be hand finishing end details are done at the start for this one.
Right.
Because normally I would put eyes on once it was finished and stuffed. There we go. Let's go to that. And the beak,
of fabric.
which I've left on here. There's considering the size of the beak, there's plenty of yellow felt. There's no.
This is the size of the beak. You get a full piece of felt.
Now you could buy sort of iron-on adhesive to stick that in place. I'm just going to go for it now. But felt does have a way of moving slightly. So if this is slightly wonky, for me it gives character. But
let's go with that.
Yes,
that characterful beak. But if you do want Bonder Web, it is on the website. I think it's £2.45 for a huge amount of Bonder Web. So do grab that if you need it. Oh, Bonder Web, there you go. Yeah, £2.95, there we are. And ZJHN18 for that. But you're just going straight for it.
I am.
Like the pro that you are.
For the sake of time, I went one stitch too far, so I'm going to cheat there and go back and put the needle back down. And the thread's caught, let's just free that.
Round it goes.
But when in doubt, cheat. I'm perfectly happy with that.
I'm perfectly comfortable with that.
Yep.
Excellent.
Again, I want the needle down a bit further. There we go. So I've just stitched around the outside of the beak with 2 lines of machine stitching.
What does it, the fact that you've done it twice, is that just reinforcing, or is it just an artistic choice?
For me, it's an artistic choice. I quite like the outline it gives. It strengthens up the outline going around twice. I would normally, again, feed that thread through to the opposite side with a needle, but I'm just going to snip them away now. And then draw some eyes on. So I tend to do them
directly above
and to the side of the corner of the beak. And then
he's just gorgeous. He could almost be a penguin at this stage, couldn't he?
He could.
Yeah. No,
he could be easily penguinified.
Yeah. Now, you're with us for half an hour this show, aren't you?
I am.
Just for a little bit to show us the owl. But we are going to grab you back at 11 o'clock just for your professional opinion.
Yes.
We'll have their own quilts.
They do, little quilted beds, and
I love that. I absolutely love that.
I love to combine the two as well. It's quilting and a toy.
So a back stitch round the edge of this.
As with the, sorry, my thumb's in the way, I'll move it out of the way. As with the cat, just back stitched a circle in black.
Actually, do you know what? That's far easier to see than the cat was earlier.
Yes. Try and keep my thumb out of the way.
Well, if you need your thumb in there to actually stitch it, please do what you need to do.
And then just straight stitches to fill in the eye.
There's kind of a satin stitch, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that sort of thing. Producer Paul still likes it when it's half done, like that, because he likes to have like the little white patch, so it looks like the light's just catching it.
It does look nice with a little white patch. Make it glint a bit.
But it's up to you, isn't it? It's entirely up to you how you want to do these.
There's one eye. Right, I'm going to just do the one.
Just the one eye.
Because the other one's just the same.
It's, one-eyed owl.
Well, you could have, actually, do one and then have the other one closed, so it's sort of winking a bit.
Or an eye patch.
An eye patch.
Captain Owl.
They'd be perfect in the boat as pirates.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely.
There's a little dart at the top here.
Yeah, what's that dart doing at the top there?
It just gives that tiny bit of shape into the front of the face.
Do you stitch that dart then on the machine?
Yes, I'll do that now, so that's done. And then I'll move on to the pocket. The pocket is optional if you don't want to do the pocket. I've not quilted the one on the completed one, but I have quilted.
So you could quilt the pocket on the, if you wanted to, on the owl.
You could. So this is one of the pocket fronts, and I just...
Oh, you've quilted this one.
Yes. So this.
Oh, lovely.
Just one side on top of a bit of wadding.
Well, that's going to give him more sort of chest detail.
Yes, just that little
chest
bit of
fluff.
Bit of chest fluff. And then right sides together.
Right.
Although it's solid fabric, so. And then sew across the top.
Yeah.
And
do you only do across the top on there?
I will sew across the top and then flip the lining over.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, and then baste the sides together, just so it's held together as one unit.
Oh, so it's not going to be difficult to turn through. This is really quite easy to then create this pocket.
Really
love
simple.
A sneaky pocket on an owl. I love that he's got matching wings as well. But of course, you are getting 4 lots of 1/2 meters of fabric, and your felt for the face, and the instructions, and. Let's have a look at the kit actually. So this is just one. This is one of the kits. This is the one that we're making at the moment. So $28.95, and we're making him out of the linear pink, which is on the left at the moment, highlighted. Oh, just beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. We're highlighting this with a quilted stitch. Really lovely, and with the lighter pink as well. So he's all about this pink, this owl. Pea green in there, and then that beautiful contrasting floral pattern in there to make the pussycat from. But it's up to you. You might want the patterned owl. It's up to you. You get plenty in here. You can make 3 outsides of the boat, or 1 complete boat and 1 boat that you then would line with another fabric. You do get plenty of fabric to do that. We think you can make 3 kits of this. Very, very low in stock on this one, which is your Flora Owl and the Pussycat kit. So please do check out. I'm loving this quilting.
And it's just wavy lines again. No thought particularly gone into it, just gone as the machine has taken me. So stitched the lining, the back bit along the top, and then flipped it over and just basted the edges together to keep this front of the pocket as one unit.
Can I just show this on? There we go.
Move that out of the way.
Can we see there? That's there, and so that's going to go on his chest, and so then he's going to have. Yeah. He's looking good, if a little bit squiffy, with his single eye.
And I'll just baste that on to the front panel, and then that's ready to go. And I'll move on to the wings.
He comes together remarkably quickly, doesn't he?
He does. Both the toys in this do come together quite quickly. Once you've done the little bits of quilting and things like that.
And that's
you're
optional.
flying. Yes.
Because we've had this conversation before, haven't we, about the joy of the children's party, the children's birthday party, where either you forget or you don't get much notice of it, or your kids have hidden the invitation somewhere and you only find it a week before, and you're in a busy week. But actually, these are the sort of things that you could have a few made for such a time that you need.
Made and on standby.
Made and on standby, absolutely. And of course, then you could. So I think the owls would make perfect little gifts by themselves with a little something tucked in the pocket. Maybe a little gift voucher or something like that.
Yes. So yes, a gift voucher slot in perfectly, wouldn't it?
3 owls, 3 cats, 3 boats out of the kit. Nice. The boat, of course, you'd have to do a different lining, but the outside would be pea green on all 3. Nice. Loving this.
Right, a wing. I've got one wing to that stage.
So we're not winging it.
We're not winging it. 2 wing pieces, one on top of the other, right sides together, and then on top of some wadding. And because this is shaped round here, if you want to draw on with an erasable, I can get the word out, pen, you can always draw on the guide to follow. It just makes life a bit easier.
So 2 fabrics and the wadding on the bottom.
Yes.
And actually, the joy of this kit is that you've chosen to use a plain fabric for the detail. So actually, it doesn't matter which is right sides together on this, does it?
It doesn't.
Maybe if you're new, then that's a good way of doing these things. Actually, can a newbie make these?
I think so. I think a lot of things, tackling projects like this is confidence, and they are quite straightforward. There are little sort of ways to do things to make them that bit easier. I think a newbie could tackle this. Certainly the cat. Start with the cat.
Right.
But yes, I'm just trimming away the excess.
Well, I was just going to go and get the instructions because these help immeasurably. They are so clear, beautifully presented as well. So, you know, sometimes we give you the sheets. There were so many sheets here. We didn't want you to lose one or anything. So here we go. There's your inspiration, and step by step. So we're looking at here, this is showing you how to do the wing. It's effectively a book of the Owl and the Pussycat. And this is all coming to you. All of this is in your kit. There's your owl, there's your cat. There they are, looking good. Looking great. And there's your templates. It's all there. Your owl templates, your cat templates, your boat templates, all in there. You're only with us for another 12 minutes. How are we doing?
We're doing okay. There's not much more to do. I've clipped V-shaped notches around the curves and also clipped into that internal corner. And then once that's done, I'm going to take the bulk off that corner as well.
Right.
And then turn the wing. See if I can get my finger inside. Turn it the right way out. I'm going to give these a little press with the mini iron.
Yeah, I went to try and press that wing and then realised that the mini iron wasn't actually on. So I've turned it on. Now.
It does work better for pressing things.
It does.
It's on.
It's amazing. It does
I do that all
if
the
it's
time.
turned on. But of course, you've been loving the old mini iron, haven't you?
I do,
Very easy to just have by your side when it's turned on.
It can be just next to the sewing machine. Yes, turned on does. Almost vital.
I'd say, yes.
There we go. 2 little wings.
Oh, look at them.
I'm going to give them a little press and then just a stitch around the outside just to give that little bit of quilty detail.
It's getting warmer.
Heating up. And the tail, I'll do, while those are being pressed, I'll do the tail. The tail, exactly the same way as for the wings. So one on top of the other, on top of some
So actually,
wadding.
once you've got the idea on how to do that, it's going to be really easy, isn't it?
It is.
And because you've got the repetition, because you do it the same way for the cat's ears, for the wings, for the tail. For me, it's always, I have to get my head around about the sandwich, how they go together. By the time I've made this, oh no, that'll be it. Oh. Now, if you manage to grab this at 8 o'clock, then you will have watched the cat and the boat. This hour, we are tackling the owl. And actually, it's coming together an absolute treat. watch the replays. If you've only just joined us now, hello, lovely to have your company, by the way. But if you have only just joined us, and go, well, what about the cat? What about the boat? That was 8 o'clock. You can watch again. You can watch again on YouTube. You can watch again on the website. Our shows loop on our website, which is sewingquarters.com, all day. And then you can also watch on the websites, no problem at all, on YouTube. They will be there so that you can then fast forward. If you watch on YouTube, you can fast forward and rewind. If there was a sticky bit of the cat that you want to go back and have a little look through, then you've got that.
So I've just clipped into the internal corners on the tail and just taking off the seam allowance at the tips, at the points, but the tail done just the same way as the wings. I nearly forgot the word for wings. Flappy bit.
These and other tricky words that we're struggling with today. It happens.
It does. I'll give this a quick turn out.
Producer Paul and director Tim are discussing that you could always make a smaller version of the boat and make it look like they're just off to the park, the pair of them together, to go sailing the little boat on the park. So if you wanted to do like a real small sized boat English paper piece, then you could. Because
there aren't seam allowances on the template, so you could just change the size. However, I think that would...
Well, you've got lots of fabric, haven't you, here? So there is plenty. Love it. Just love it. What are we doing here? We're doing the tail now, is that right? No.
I've done the tail. I'm just sewing around just to add a little bit of detail onto the wings. I'm just speeding through this. So if it's not immaculate, I'm sorry. I'm going up a little bit higher there just to create a bit of feathery detail.
Sort of like a top stitch.
It is.
Ah, okay.
That's exactly what it is.
A feathery top stitch.
A feathery top stitch. So there we go.
There you go. Ooh.
Clip the threads off.
And again, just giving, because you've got that, you've got the wadding in there, and you've just got then your little... Is it strange? What did we make the other day? And we thought that they looked like crab claws.
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh, and that was the wing of the penguin. This looks like, this looks like a lobster claw. Until you put it on, and then obviously it becomes a wing. But until then, so it's going to be there. You could have a whole collection, couldn't you? Absolutely lovely. Director Tim wants to size this up and have them as an oven glove.
It would work well, doesn't it?
Yeah. I love that they're thinking like that now.
Right, I've not done a very good job of that one. I'm speeding through this a bit too quickly.
Look at that one.
Let's ignore this one.
We have given you a time limit, though, to be fair. It's our fault, not yours.
Before doing these stitches, you can mark them on with a pen again. Makes it that bit easier.
That's just what sort of confidence level you're at, though, isn't it?
Yes, and I have made a few of these before. So
One or two.
I'm quite well practiced at these owls.
What was the first one that you came up with, the owl or the pussycat? Which came first?
I think... Oh, I can't remember. There was a similar time. I think it was the pussycat. The boat the boat was definitely last. I do remember. I've only done the boat recently.
Was the boat because we went, oh, owl and pussycat, they clearly need a boat?
It was.
Yes. Made just for us. I love that. I love that we can have these things on the show and go, oh, that's really gorgeous. Oh, do you remember that? Diddly-duh. And so then we end up with gorgeous new kits. Diddly-duh is, you know, the poem.
Diddly-duh.
Yeah, diddly-duh, obviously. Oh, this is the tail, by the way. Looking good.
These bits are optional. You don't need to put the top stitching on. But it does give it that little bit of extra.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, when you come to make a cockerel, then you've got...
That's sorted.
Yeah.
Saves me a job.
Oh, no, look. Looks like a crown. If you put it on his head there... Or it looks like, you know in Wallace and Gromit, where they have the penguin that sticks a rubber glove on its head as a disguise to be a chicken.
Feathers McGraw.
Yes.
I've seen that 1 or 2 times.
That's what it's like. A scary insight into the wonderful world of how our brains work. We've got 5 minutes. Let's see what we do next.
Okay, these darts in the side add a bit of shape, but also they're the dart that the wings fit into.
Ah, okay.
So So I've sandwiched this wing at the top of the dart and then just pinned it so that I know when I sew it, I'll have an equal seam allowance on both sides.
So a multifunctional dart.
A multifunctional dart.
Nice.
Dual purpose.
Do you start from the wide part of the dart then and then taper up?
I do with these. Sometimes, so it's different every time, I can't give a set. It's however you find, whichever way you feel more comfortable.
Okay.
With this one, I find it easier to start from the bottom and work up. Plus, this way, it's that bit easier to taper the end of the dart.
Oh, okay. But again, coming together incredibly quickly. We only gave you half an hour for this. And here he is, looking rather suave.
But just check that we've got a good seam allowance, or the seam allowance on both sides, so we know that's well held into the dart.
Okay.
And then there's a dart at the back of the head as well, which I'll close.
And all of a sudden, the shape just... This is what's so clever. I think in 2D, I don't think in 3D, but you do. You're very clever. You think in 3D. And just the little addition of the darts and things like that start to give everything so much shape.
Just gives it that little bit of shape at the back of the head, then having that dart there.
So now we've got a wing. And then that dart there giving... So that's then all going to come together like that. Nice. Oh, it comes together a treat, doesn't it? All of a sudden.
So the last couple of jobs now, I pop this wing in the dart. And my technique for joining heads together, and I do it in 2 goes, and I'll do this in the same way. So often if it's a back of head, I just join them together at the top.
Right.
And I'll do the same with this.
Only got a couple of minutes. Can we do that?
We can. I can fly through
Yeah,
this.
we can do it. We can fit it in.
Just close that dart to get this one to the same stage as the other one.
I'm just trying to work out how... Oh, that's the base. I'm looking at that going, is that the back of the head? So that's from the centre out?
Yes, but before I do that, with both these pieces, I just join them together from the top, so from the top to the back to the darts. I'll do that quickly.
So actually this comes, there you go, that's the dart that you sewed in, and then you join, set the 2 together, and that will all join at the dart there. So you sew down there to that dart, and then you'll hand stitch. That'll be how you close them up, won't it? Stuff and close them up.
So I've just joined the back together as far as the dart, and then line up the central seam at the top, the short seam I've just made, with the dart at the top here, and sew the owl together.
Do you go from the middle, middle out? I
always do. That, for me, that helps to line it up, make sure it's straight, and it's just easier doing one shallower curve.
It's a top tip, and it's one that I've taken on board. A really, really useful one. We've only got a minute left, so I'm going to leave you to just whiz through there whilst I give you the details. KWGC 83 gives you the Flora Owl, which is the one that we've been working on today. We'll show you all of those in just a minute. Gosh, it's coming together really quickly. So if you want to have your owl and your pussycat and your beautiful pea green boat several times over, because the kit allows you that abundance, then for $28.95, we're basically looking at three owls, pussycats and boats.
You could jiggle about what's cut from which piece. So that's
under £10.
It is.
For an owl, pussycat and boat. That's cracking value.
So I do the same on the other side.
Yes. Oh, tail.
Last bit, baste the tail onto the back of the base. And then once both sides are joined, that's just basted on. And then I sew from there, line up the centre of that and just sew around. And this, the corner of the base here lines up with the seam in the side.
Oh, okay.
And sew all the way around.
Is one of those sides longer then to allow the tail?
The tail finishes in the centre. So when you line this up, line the centre of the base, leaving a seam allowance there.
I'm with you, right.
And
okay.
then turn it out, and because the face is already done, just stuff and sew the back and the owl will be done.
Easy.
Easy.
Great gifts once you've got the pattern, of course. This is it. If you've got some of Jo's other beautiful creations, then you're going to understand the instructions so much more easily. Because now that we've seen quite a few creations, the theme of starting from the middle and sewing from the outside is recurring, so it makes it much easier to do. It's brilliant. They're absolutely fab. So you're going to be whizzing up these toys like there's no tomorrow. Absolutely enjoy it. You get the pattern, you get all the fabric, you're able to get going straight away. But of course, there's then plenty for you to play with. Thank you so much. I'm going to see you in half an hour, and we'll talk quilting. But for now, Owl and Pussycat in their beautiful pea green boat, sailing off. I'll see you in a minute. Okay. Come with me. Let me show you the fabric. So, please do check out your baskets because... Oh, hang on. I left the instructions over here. Now, Hungry Caterpillar first is this one. So, whether you're making your owl out of this or your cat out of this, I love that you've got two different textures here. So, it's entirely up to you how you want to do it. And, of course, then you've got that yellow for the highlight, for the detail. Maybe that's for your wings and the pocket. It's entirely up to you how you want to work this. But really beautiful fabrics there. There's your green for the boat. And then, of course, you're also getting your thread and your felt for the face details. So, all of that, and, of course, you get your wadding, you get your stuffing, you get your full instructions, all there for less than £30. This is a whopper kit for less than £30. HWGC 092895. Do not miss out on it. That's the most popular one. So an awful lot of you have got, well, you're sitting there with them in your basket, which is fine, that's great. But if you want to guarantee it, the only way to guarantee it is to please check out your baskets and make sure that you've got it. Now, here we go. The heart is next. Let me show you these. So, of course, there's your green for the boat. But look, your owl and your pussycat are going to be beautifully coordinated with your teals. And then, you see, this one is a linear fabric in there. So that you're getting, we do like the linear, you're getting a little bit of texture as well without having to work with the texture. It's all cotton, so it's all going to come together beautifully. And of course, you've got that pastel shade that works with the hearts through there. So very pretty. Maybe, for a younger child or something like that, that's going to work beautifully. And then diamonds next. Yeah, so this is the diamond. This is the one that we made the original ones out of for the show. So again, you've got, oh, there they are. Out of these. So this is sort of the original bundle, if you will. £28.95, XVGC62. And again, when you've made them, please send us in photos. Now, they've got yellow to go with their beaks and faces. Awesome. And then the last, but by no means least, is the one that we've been working with today, which is really rather pretty. So if you want to use your Dashwood Dreams, beautiful floral fabric, then it's there. Shall I just show you? Because we made the cat out of this earlier, but if you missed 8 o'clock, that's not going to mean anything to you, is it? So let me show you. Now, if everybody checks out their basket that has this one in their basket, we've only got 2 left. So please do check out your muskets and make sure that we've got this. £28.95, KWGC 83. If you're watching on repeat, it's always worth giving our free phone customer services number a call just to see. 0800 112 4433 just to see if there's anything left. Then please do that. Of course, if you've joined us now, now's the best time to grab it. I can't guarantee it any other time. Please do check out your baskets. If you're checking out now, then it's guaranteed, but not going to be for much longer. You've got the 2 pretty pinks there. We've just seen the owl made out of the contrasting pinks because you've got the linear pink and then you've got the lighter pink. And it's just all working beautifully together. And then, of course, the green, which works beautifully with the floral as well. And that's going to give you your boat. So £28.95, KWGC 83. And, of course, don't forget, you're also getting all of your felt, your wadding, your instructions, and your stuffing. Now, we promised you the owl. We've done the owl, we've done the cat, we've also done the boat. But now, for the rest of the hour, we've got Tash's stash. Come and take a look over here. Here it is. Boom! If you wanted, quite frankly, a veritable rainbow, 9, come on, how much, whoa, 9 half-metre solid planes in your life for $26.95. Yes, please. Hello, here it is. Ooh, now we've got bright red. Here we go. Let's just do it. Let's show you exactly what you're getting in here, because this is a whopper. Bright red. Yeah. And next up is your, hang on, pumpkin. Here we go. You've got your pumpkin. All of this coming to you. So when you need that colour. Now, did I hear right? Over the weekend, Lucy and John, did they make a colourful rainbow type affair? Did they? Some sort of rainbowy type quilty thing? I do believe they might have done. Then why not, if you want a rainbow stash. Oh, this is just going to look beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Then grab it while you can. So saving over 10% by buying it as a bundle, that's never to be sneezed at, is it? We do like a lovely saving. Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, hang on. I've missed my green out. How did I miss my green out? This is a great stash, isn't it? Do you know, Producer Paul, I don't think we have. He's saying, I don't know that we've ever brought 9 in a great big bundle. Certainly not at this price. No, it's great, isn't it? Look at all of this. All of this. Of course, our theme today is Whimsical Wednesday, but we've had kind of an underlying circusy theme for you today, and this is it. Sorry, I'm just destroying all the set here, but it's got to be done because look how much you're getting. So we've got bright red, bright yellow, candy floss, which I haven't got to yet. That's still to come. We've got foliage green, which is this one, the green, clearly. You've got your nautical blue. You've got your jade. That's your jade. I'm coming in with the nautical blue. Look at that. That's like a brilliant royal. So lots of you buying already. Well done and thank you. If you're multi-buying, it's already pre-cut, okay? I just do need to make that clear. I don't want anybody getting it and being disappointed and going, oh, but I thought you did cut by the half metre. We do, but when it's coming as a bundle like this, you'll get 2 lots of half metres all cut because it's already cut for you. Look at this. Now, which purple is this? This is your real purple, I think. But then you've got forest fruit, or one or the other of them. Yeah, look at this. This is stunning. All of this for $26.95. Oh, yeah. Ha-ha. This is just gorgeous. And this is what we have. I mean, this is a fraction of the solids that we have. And it just allows us to boost your stash. You might not use it. You might want to use these all in one project and have that rainbow. Or you might just need a bright pink for something, or you might have just bought some of the beautiful Tilda Circus fabrics and go, actually, do you know what? That teal's going to work in there. That red is going to work with the Circus, with the red ones. This pink is going to work through this. But this is what we've got. We've got this rainbow, 4.5 meters of fabric here, $26.95. And because we've bundled it, you're saving, is it over 10% or is it bang on 10%? What are we looking at? Over 10%. Look at this. $26.95 for 4.5 meters. Half a meter of each of these. All of this coming to you for $26.95. Loads of you buying already. Well done. Got to grab it, haven't you? Got to grab it where you can. Yeah. Just think how long. If you had to rifle through a great big fabric stash in a shop, to try and get, because tonally these work. These all work together beautifully. So yeah, around a 10% saving. NSGC 51, $26.95 for all of this. Should we look at the threads? Yay! Are these bundled or are these coming in individually? They are. Do you know what? This is the other thing we've started doing, and I like this. You know, we are still a relatively new channel. We're only a few months old. We launched end of January, so what's that? February, March, April, we're into May. So we're 3.5 months old. We are still evolving. So the fact that we sort of sat there and went, how can we serve you better? And that was to get your threads. Look at that. And get all of those threads so that when you get these home, you've got the threads that coordinate for $10.95 to get all of these. It's just fab. Just absolutely fab. So, you know, get the rainbow to match the rainbow. Beautiful. It's really lovely, isn't it? And you can just see that sat on that purple, just happily working away there. And this is what we're doing. So 700 meters of thread. We want you to have a great stash. So not only then do you have beautiful fabrics, you've got the matching thread. There is nothing more annoying than having to use a thread that just isn't tonally right because you don't have it. And you can't be bothered to get up and go to the shops and go and find it. And then when you do go to the shops, you realise you forgot to take the fabric with you in the first place to try and match it. That happens. So we've done it for you. We've done it. We've matched the threads that are going to work. And so we've done it all for you. £10.95 gets you 7 threads. And again, you've got a saving on there because we've bundled it. So if you want to grab these, this is a great way to boost your stash. Absolutely perfect. What a lovely way of doing it. EXGC70. If you don't, of course, it's entirely up to you. They are bundled separately, but it does mean that it's going to work and that there's no hesitation about creating something because you don't have the right colour. We've got it. It's there. Now, we've got one more for you to show you, which is our spotty fabric. It's the Spot On. I love these for linings. I know a lot of you use them on the outsides of things, but I really, really love these for linings. I'm just thinking. I'm just going to move these over here to there. And I want to show you these because we're getting here 1/2 meter of your Spot On. Now this, there you go, that's 1/2 meter of your Spot On. And that's in your pink. But if you say you could do that extravagant thing of buying both, then actually you've got a hot pink here, which is going to work. You could then line with that or other way around. So with the spots, you're getting 3 meters in total. We've got papaya in here. We've got, I haven't got bright red and spot. Hang on. We've got apple in there. We've got marine. We've got lilac. Hey, these are good, aren't they? Loving these. And so, of course, you can just see, look, if you wanted to mix and match those together, then you can. Now, this is $26.95. This is your Spot On fabric. It's those polka dots. It's that little cheeky polka dot, which we absolutely love. Look at these. Just working. So these are your sort of pastel versions of the brights that we've just brought you. Am I missing a red? Here we go. This is my lovely green. I love this green. Such a beautiful. There we go. And then here we go. So your Spot On fabric bundle, $26.95. And you're getting, again, it's like a pastel rainbow this time. There. That's what we're getting here. 1/2 meter of each again. Really handy to have. So when you want a bag lining or something like that, or you want to whiz up a cheeky makeup bag and you want it just in a lovely little polka dot, then it's there for you. And of course, going to work beautifully with the rainbow that we've just shown you. Really lovely. Look at that. Oh, 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 oh. Nice. I'm just going to have a look at these threads. Yeah, because then you've got your purple thread there. You've got your blues in there, your greens in there. Yes. Nice. There we go. So if you want the threads, they're $10.95. And then I've got those which were left over from working with the brights. So again, it's going to work. You know, if you've bought the thread pack and you've bought the brights, then this is all going to work an absolute treat as well. Oh yeah, with extras left over. So this is the joy of having all of these things bundled in together for you. Lovely. So, this bright bundle, incredibly popular. I'm not surprised. We, because this is only a half-hour show, we didn't bring oodles, noodles, noodles for you, but look at all of this. 1/2 metre of each of these fabrics. Look at this. Beautiful. So you can get your veritable rainbow going on. All of these. Ah, did you ever... Doesn't that look amazing? It looks like a circus, but it also looks like... Did you ever go to the kids' groups with the parachutes that they used to play with? It looks like one of those, doesn't it? So $26.95 gets you all of this fabric. NSGC 51 for all of this. Yeah. And of course, if within that you want to look at... Let's have a look at these. So there we go. You've got that thread that goes there. You've got your green there. You've got your yellow there. You've got your orange there. Your red there. And then there's your blue. And there's your purple. Ta-da! Threads to work. That's why we've given you the threads as well. So $10.95 gets you all of that. Gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah. Whee! Loving these. So grab yourself a bargain. Really do, because do you know what? We don't get bundles of this size very often. So if you are after this sort of colourway, if you need this in your stash, because, and I think everybody does, everybody needs a splash of colour. You know, you think of the Tilda fabrics that we had earlier on, which has got this sort of pink in there. Then you've got that there. Absolutely gorgeous. Just works, doesn't it? Absolutely works. I know it looks a little bit crumpled, but I kind of like that. I do like that. Right, now, if everybody checks out, it's sold out. Ooh. So there's an awful lot of you with this in your basket. Do you know what? Good on you. Why wouldn't you? Good on you. Get it in there. Yes. Gorgeous. So we've got, who have we got? We've got Hilda in Nottinghamshire, congratulations. Jeremy in West Midlands, well done to you. Angela in Derbyshire, Margaret in Bedfordshire, Kathleen in Hertfordshire, Linda in Cheshire, Sylvia in Hampshire. Good on you, you've all managed to get it as well. We've got Sheila in West Midlands, Valerie in Berkshire, we've got Jane in Surrey, George in Bedfordshire, Arnold in Lincolnshire, Harold, we've got Olivia, we've got Janet in Hampshire. Well done. Good for you. Get it. Do you know what? When we bring these deals, gotta be done. Yes. Don't forget Rosa, Kathleen, Julie, Linda, Susan and Mary, who are all having a little chat on the phone. Good for you. Make sure that you don't miss out on these. And if you can, if your budget allows, so that actually when you get sewing, you get that professional look by having the matching threads. Then grab those as well. Ooh, yeah. Right, too many of you have this in your basket for our stock. So apologies, it was only going to be a little cheeky half hour with these, and you again have surpassed our expectations. You know, we are so thrilled that you love these bundles, and when we bring these to you, that you absolutely lovely. So 5 of them left, 13 in your baskets. Who's going to get it? Gosh, the threads are still available though. Let's grab those threads and make sure that you're not missing out on the threads as well. It just makes that professional look to your project, doesn't it? I had the situation that, you know, of all the people, I mean, come on, I work here, I should have thread. But again, I did it. I didn't, I forgot to grab extra thread, was doing a project, ran out, how annoying, not due in work until the project's due in. Don't look so closely at my stitching. But this is it, isn't it? Don't get caught like I did and then end up in need of thread. So grab the thread as well. It's just $10.95. There is a saving on there because we put it all together for you. So it just works. Now, the colours of the thread, oh, they're just numbers. Excellent. That means absolutely nothing to anyone there. So basically, they are there working for you. So we've given you a rainbow. And that's the thing, isn't it? You know, if I had to look at just colours, colour numbers, I'd be like, I don't know what colour works. So we've done that for you. We've mixed and matched them. We've given you that. Everybody should have a rainbow of thread in their lives. And here it is, $10.95 EXGC70. Now I'm going to ask producer Paul. Hello. Right. Lots of you getting in touch already today. Thank you so much for all of your messages. Here's how. If you're new, because we are, as you said earlier, only 3.5 months old. If you do want to get in touch, we do love to hear from you. We've had photos of people's cats and all sorts this morning, which we love, which seemed appropriate as we were making the owl and the pussycat. So to get in touch, you just have to view live on the website. Underneath there is message the studio. So do make sure that you do that. Message the studio. And then underneath that is all the beautiful new fabric that we've had on the shows today. The bundles, the kits, the owl and the sewing cat was what we started out at 8 o'clock. There we go. Now, there's your beautiful Tilda fabrics in there. Don't miss out on those. That's the first time they've ever been to air. You've got some Tilda books in there if you need some inspiration. The monkeys are in there, the snails are in there, all our favourites in there. The Clover mini iron, that's a good one. Now, we saw Joe Carter make these kits. Can we give the details of those? Okay, let's give the details for those. The Joe Carter kits, we know how popular Joe Carter kits are. So we knew that we wanted to do 2 hours, well, 1.5 hours of actually showing it. So let's give you the final details now for the owl and the pussycat. So for anybody that missed out on the show, here we go. This is your floral. Again, we are down to a handful of these. So $28.95. If everybody checks out their baskets, it's sold out. But like I say, they're still sat in your basket. So until you've checked out, you haven't got it, which means that actually if you want it and you phone, then you'll get it. You know, it's that 0800 112 4433. Please make sure you check out your basket. It is not guaranteed until you check out your basket. That's how it works. Okay, next up is the diamonds, and this was the one that we had them made up in, and they look particularly gorgeous. We'll have a look at him in just a minute. $28.95. You're getting 4 half meters of fabric, 2 sheets of felt, your embroidery thread, full instructions coming in a booklet, and your wadding and your stuffing. Here they are. This is what it makes, but you can make that 3 times over. You'd need to have a different lining for the boat, but 3 times over. Nice. Very nice. Hey, now if you bought that and you got the rainbow fabrics, then of course you could do the different greens and stuff, couldn't you? Now, the other colourways that we've got, again, low on stock on all of these. These are your hearts. $28.95. FXGC79. And the last one, can we show the last one of these? Oh, no, okay. Oh, hot off the press. Right, so, right, the spot fabric now unavailable, I'm afraid. So if you were going for that, unfortunately, it's we've had a bit of a logistical error with that. So unavailable on that one today, but we will bring that one back for you another day. If you have ordered the spot fabric, we will cancel it and refund you, so don't worry about that. Big apologies for that. Our error. We will put it right for you. So we will refund you, we will sort that out, so apologies for that. For those of you that managed to get the rainbow, good on you, well done, quick off the mark there. God, there we go. Now, one last option for the Joe Carter kit is this one, which was the Hungry Caterpillar. I love this. I love how you get two classics meeting. So you get the beautiful fabric of the very hungry caterpillar that you can caterpillar that you can make into the gorgeous Owl and the Pussycat. HWGC09, but get them before they go. If you're watching on repeat, always worth putting in a quick phone call. It is free to do so. 0800 112 4433. We do have a UK call centre that will just sort that out for you, and you know what, any questions, then they will help you there. So a bit of a different way of doing things today. We've had half an hour of owls, half an hour of the rainbow fabrics for you. Thank you ever so much for everyone that's bought the Owl and the Pussycats, for all of your messages, for your photos. We've absolutely loved them, but it doesn't finish here today at Sewing Quarter. We've got another hour. We're going to start talking about quilting. Joe Carter's going to come back and give us a few heads up on how to use some of the other tools. So do join us then. Can't wait to see you. And of course, join us in just a few moments. We'll be back after this short break. Oh, we're good. Yeah, we're going on a break now, so we'll see you in just one moment.
Follow us on Instagram. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to get our latest posts.
So I'm going to be showing you how to do an ease stitch. It's very similar to our running stitch here, but the purpose of it would be different. So I've kind of mocked the head of a sleeve here. 9 times out of 10 you will have to ease the top section of your sleeve. So this is the stitch that you would do that with if you were going to do it with hand. So I'm going to use the embroidery thread. I've just popped a knot on the end again just so it doesn't pull through. Normally you wouldn't do it with embroidery thread. So on your sleeve, normally these sections will need to be kept as they are because it's only this section here that we need to be working with. So I'm going to be doing a running stitch quite close to the edge of the fabric. I'm just going to do the quick method here where you're pulling the needle through the fabric while keeping it on the same needle. So I'm going to stop there and then pull that all the way through like so. So you can see that I've got just that section sewn there, and then as I begin to pull you can see that I'm easing the head of my sleeve in. So when that is stitched, these curves should disappear, they shouldn't be there because you've eased the bigger section into a smaller section on the clothing. So that's easing.
It's easy to buy the products you see on our shows. To buy any of the items featured on today's programmes, just head over to our website www.sewingquarter.com. Click on the video stream and you'll be taken to our watch page. Here you'll find the product that is on air right now at the top of the page. Beneath that, you'll find all the products demonstrated in this morning's shows. To add an item to your basket, simply log into your account or register with us. Then you can either check out or keep shopping. Remember, our flat rate delivery charge lets you shop all day and check out as many times as you like and only pay once for postage and packing. Only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78.
welcome over to this side of the
Feels
world. It is a bit strange, isn't it? But we rather like it. Now, hello, welcome back. I've got Jo with me again. Hello. Now, you've come because of this little chappie.
That is a really handy piece of kit.
Back in stock. The first time we brought this to air, it absolutely flew. It really took us by surprise. It was one of those little things that actually everybody should have. It fits in every sewing box.
It does.
Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky. It's the seams right. What does it do and why do we need it?
Well, it just helps you keep seams and things on track. I use a 1/4 inch seam a lot of the time for my toys and in quilting as well. And it just means you can check immediately you've got the right seam allowance. You've not, you know, you don't have to take too little just in case, you know, and then feel it's not quite secure enough. But yeah, you can check, make sure. And also with quilting, if you take more than a 1/4 inch, it will have an impact. So you can use that and check, make sure you're keeping.
You can keep on track, and also if you're doing your corners as well, you can check into your corners if you're mitering an edge or anything like that.
Really keep them nice and crisp and at the right angle.
Yeah.
And if you have to fold something over as well and you need a certain depth of seam, you can use this, and you can even iron with it in there. I mean, be careful because it will heat up because it's metal, and just really make sure that your hems are the right depth, and you can mark buttonholes. It's a really useful bit of kit to have as a reference, and it's there. And yes, make sure everything's progressing as it should.
It's kind of credit card size, a little bit bigger than credit card size, so it's going to fit in very easily. Now, so the marks that you've got a 1/4 inch there, but then in the recessed area there, you've got 5/8 of an inch. 5/8 of an inch, and then up here you've got the 5/8 again on that corner, really handy to have. So it's got all of the different numbers that you just use time and time again. 1.5 inches there, 3/8 on the corner there, 7/8 there, 1 inch through there, across there again another inch, and then here 3/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch on the corner, 1 1/8 on there. So very handy sizes. When we had Janice, she brought this to air for the first time, was our dressmaking Janice, sold out, and this was why. She said that she would buy it purely for this in the middle.
Yes, it's really handy. I mean, one of my favourite bits of kit is the water erasable pen, but you can mark buttonholes, you can get them exactly to size, position them with that.
Well, let's show you. So, for example, I've got some fabric out of our scrap bin. Nothing gets wasted here, by the way, nothing. So if you wanted to, then you could use that as a guide as to how far in you want.
But the depth of your buttonhole as well, it will give you that.
So say I wanted to do it 1/2 inch, then I can just mark that there, 1/2 inch.
Perfect.
There. And then if I wanted to then do them 1 inch apart, then you would just move that up there. Again, you can keep that to the line there, and then mark that there, and then you would, there you go. So that's given you perfect every time. If you want to mark, say I wanted to have 1 inch on something, then you can just use it to mark like that. And then fold over. So it is a really handy piece of kit.
It is.
If you want... Sorry, what were you
So I was going to say, if I wanted a 1/2 inch seam, if you've pressed over a hem, you can just check it's the right depth.
And pin.
And pin.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, if you've got sort of glass-headed pins or something like that, you don't have to iron using this, but you can just go, right, I want to make sure that that is half an inch there, and then pin along the side, and you know that you've got it. You know that seam is right. Again, you've got all of the different measurements.
See, the one I always lose track of is binding, and because I press in half, and it needs to be. I want the same depth of binding on the front as on the back, and having that by me, because often I'll start and think, oh, it's too narrow on the front, and I'll go back and redo it. Whereas this, I could just check straight away that I'm definitely working on the right depth.
And as you go, as you bind, as you have your binding going over, check that you're going in the right amount as you pin. Perfect, isn't it? It just works. So, and then you see it can sit in that groove there if you want to, and then that gives you your 5/8 if you sit that in the groove there. Really handy. $10.95 for this. Now, the last time that we saw this, quite a while ago now, was it April? Was it really the start of April? That's when we last had this, and it's sold out. So if you've been waiting for it, it is now back in stock. SBGQ20. It's just come into our warehouse today. We've just had the go ahead to say yes, absolutely. We can sell it again. So sewing, quilting, you know, it's one of those things. Maybe you are just redoing the hem on your trousers. If you're like me and you have to turn down hems, but I still want that uniform hem, or because a pair of like linen trousers or something don't necessarily fit, but I want to then do a nice sort of roll and make them into shorts, then I can do that, which I would be struggling with before. So very, very handy, whereas you don't have to get your tape measure out. Because for a lot of these smaller numbers, your tape measure's got that little metal bit over the edge.
It has, you don't get that precision with small measurements, but also if I'm checking, I've definitely stuck to that 1/4 inch seam, it's all unwound just to check it, and then I've got to wind it back up again. Whereas if this is just in your, if you've got a little, so I have a bag next to my machine, it just fits in the side pocket and just check.
Handy for you as well, because a lot of your work is quite intricate and small.
It is.
And so actually you don't want to have to be bringing out large things to their measure. Little thing like this, just to check. And again, when you get patterns, things like that, it's gonna be a 1/2 inch, a 1/4 inch, 3/4 inch. It's gonna be in there. So there we go.
And I draft patterns as well. And once I'll trace out all my templates, and when I'm drawing it up properly, I will go around with a ruler and mark the seam allowance inside every piece to make sure they line up. So instead of having a ruler, I could just very easily just go around with the 1/4 inch. This, I mean, even things like that, drawing up patterns, for me, that would save a lot of time.
So say, for example, I'm just trying to think, the monkey leg on Tilda looks like this, okay? Now, when you cut that out of the Tilda pattern, now, you know, with the Tilda toys and things like that, you can either stitch along there, or you can cut it out with a seam allowance. So if I want to add in that seam allowance, say I want a 1/4 inch seam allowance, then I just go, follow the line and draw it on. And then I've got that.
It is a really handy piece of kit.
Isn't it?
It is.
Really good, I like it a lot. Or you can measure it through there. You see, so I wanted 5/8. Just do it from there. Brilliant. So now, was this the first time that you've seen this today?
I saw it when it was on first time, actually, and I quite wanted one. I'm definitely going to get one now because of the time it will save me adding my 1/4 inch seam allowance on for everything.
I think this is it, isn't it? For you, it's that 1/4 inch seam. For Janice, it was about having that buttonhole measurement. It was just, everybody's going to see the thing in here because it's a multi-tool. There are so many of people that will say, actually, for me, I want it for that one thing.
Yes.
And then you'll find other ways that you can use it.
You will. Because I like bags with a buttonhole. I like to put, and cushion backs, just the one buttonhole, you know, so it buttons down on the back, and it would save so much time. And yes, it's straight. It will be the right size and straight. And
it's not going to warp.
Nope.
None of those things. It's metal, it's there, it's good, it's ready to go. £10.95 for this. SBGQ20. It has the seal of approval from several of our guests now. And Jo, we will add you to people who say yes to the seams right. So £10.95, really handy little piece of kit. Pop it in your basket. Don't forget to check out that basket. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you ever so much. Are you staying with us or Paul, what's happening? Are you going now? Is that it? Are you going?
I don't know.
Apparently you're going.
Is that
Let's wander over there and then there we go. We'll both wander. There we go. We're off. There we go. There's your seams right.
am I leaving the seams right with you?
Yeah. yes, you are.
Sure?
Thank you, Jo.
Oh,
and thank
you.
you for your Owl and Pussycat.
Oh, it's been great fun. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And well done for all of you that got those. And we will see you very soon, won't we?
Yes, end of the month. I'm back in at the end of the month.
Perfect. That's going to be sooner than we think.
It will fly by.
Another month just gone. Thank you, my love. I will see you very soon.
Thank you.
Lovely. Right. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to start actually over here because... Oh, with the books. Do you want to go books next? Okay. Let's go with How to Quilt. Brand new today. Hey, hey. We do love a brand new How to Quilt book. Look at this. Little details. You've got a tape measure down the side here. This is by Rachel Reynolds. It's the ultimate go-to quilting guide. And this is going to be for a complete beginner. So 9 illustrated techniques. Oh, where to start? Gosh, here we go. Which way round do you want that? There. So, the photography is lovely to start off with. The fabric that they've used, gorgeous. And then you've got through here, look at these. Before you start, so again, I love this. Nothing is assumed. So if you don't know what any of these things are, and I've been in that situation where I've looked and gone, I don't actually know what they are. You know, things like this, we stock, you can grab those, needles, all those sorts of things. It's all in here. But it's telling you why you need it, what we've got, why you need it. Different types of material. They sound delicious. You know, all of these things, charm packs, things like that. This is telling you when to get them, why to get them, what you need. Different kinds of threads, different kinds of batting and wadding, your buttons. It's taking you through step by step, all of it. So it's a reference guide as well. Brand new today, sewing your basics as well. Lovely how-to guide. It shows you a running stitch, your basting stitch, your quilting stitch, all these things that we talk about on the shows. And, you know, a lot of the times I will ask our guests, you know, what is that? Why is it? But sometimes we don't have time. So actually to have this to hand is great because then if you've got any questions, you can just refer back to it. So a really beautiful book. Quilting basics. Where do we even start with this? Here. Start here. Gorgeously illustrated, simple, easy, step by step, showing you how to quilt, showing you the different types of feet that you're going to need. It's all in there. Techniques and projects. How many different projects have we got? I can't remember on this one. 9 different projects. So whether you're English paper piecing, as we did earlier on, then that's fine. That's covered. Whether you're doing a lavender keepsake. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Keep all your clothes fresh. Then it's going to show you how to do that. Rag quilting. Seriously, $7.95 for this book. It's great, isn't it? Lots of top tips. Oh, I like that. Look at that rag quilt. I really like that. So lots of different ways. Your hand-tied quilting. Tea cozy. Oh, do you know, I've just treated myself to the most beautiful teapot. So this is brand new today. If you're new to quilting, do you know, actually, we were having this conversation earlier, and we were saying that so many of you, and it's so lovely, so many of you joined us as maybe crafters or craft sewers. I would consider myself an enthusiastic craft sewer, and a lot of you dressmaking, but have now taken up quilting. And you said you've been inspired by the fabrics, by our beautiful guests, our talented guests. And so actually, whether you are fabulous at making gorgeous clothes, but you're new to quilting, it's always good to have that guide. Or whether you are just starting from scratch, there's even a play mat there for little ones. There's all sorts in here. Beautiful, beautiful book. Lots of, oh, look at that. Whole cloth quilting, isn't that stunning? You know I'm a sucker for a peacock feather. Hey, what a lovely book, what a lovely gift. Fab price. Seriously, $7.92, are you sure? Yeah. $7.95, approachable, friendly, that's what you want, isn't it, in your How to Quilt book. That's the first one that we've got on the show. That is going to take a lot of beating. First out today, brand new for us, CYMZ78. I'm taken with that, very taken with that. Ooh. Hey, another one. If you love to have reference books, and I do, then this is the one. This is your encyclopedia of quilting and patchwork techniques. So you've got detailed step-by-step photographs, all your techniques required for your beautiful quilts and your patchwork items in here. For the busy but creative quilter, it says in here, there's a section on rotary cutting and speed piecing so that you can get satisfying results in half the time. Well, that's good, isn't it? You've got how to start advice in here. You've got for beginners, you've got advanced techniques as well. So there's lots in there, whether you're starting out, whether you're advanced, whether you want to take things to the next level. Look at that. Wow. Like that. And just actually, there's a stunning gallery in here just to inspire you. How to use all of those templates if you don't want to free stitch when you do your quilting. Different types of wadding batting, lovely. Hey, look, if you manage to get our rainbow bundle, you'll be getting something like that coming through the post. Nice. Oh, the rainbow bundle's sold out, by the way. But if you manage to get it, hey, great, well done. So lots of different techniques here. So your encyclopedia taking you step by step, loads and loads and loads. Gosh, if your sewing mojo is at a bit of an all-time low, get this book because it's just going to show you how to. Oh, this is your rotary cutting speed guide. So making basic shapes, speed piecing rather. You've got all of that, all in there. So if you know the sewing bit is what you love, the cutting not so much. It's going to take you and show you how to do things quickly so you can get onto the good stuff. You can get onto the lovely bit of actually sewing. Oh, look at that. It's amazing, isn't it, how just a turn of something turns it into something completely different. Special effects. Did I just see some flowers in there as well? Yeah. So you're even being shown how to make a Suffolk puff. Are they calling it a Suffolk? Yeah, they are calling it a Suffolk puff. It's got a few different names, isn't it? So whatever sort of detailing you're adding on there, all the details in here. So this isn't just your quilting, this is different technique. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a bit good, isn't it? I like that. Is that a cathedral window? Yes, it is. That's lovely, isn't it? It's like a little peephole of something really beautiful. Oh, there's so much in here. Oh, I like that. Is that someone's actual cat? Oh, no, it's a fabric cat. Look at all the cats in there. That's brilliant. Lots of inspiration, reverse applique, all sorts in here. Whether you want to use your decorative stitching. Oh, look at that. That's very striking, isn't it? You could make a whole stained glass window then, couldn't you? Oh, wow. That's, oh yeah, it's called stained glass window applique. There you go, that gives it away. And then you're quilting, different types of, you've got your sashiko stitching. All sorts in there. Look, oh, hang on. We've got onto all the picture-y bits at the back. Sorry, we've got to see. Look at that. These are works of art, aren't they? Absolutely. Look at that. Absolute works of art in here. So you've got all of your different details on how-tos all the way through. And then, whoa! Look at that. Seriously. That one's amazing. Whoa, I'm loving this. Oh, I've got to move on to another book. Oh, how much was that one? $12.95. It's great. I like that. Yeah. What am I looking at next? Beginner's Guide to Quilting? Yeah, now, if you are making your first quilt, this is great. $10.95 gets you a spiral bound book, which means that this is going to lie on your desk next to you so that you can always refer to it, which I always like that. When I see spiral bound, I go, yeah, do you know what? This person quilts they know that we want this next to us on our desk to always refer back to. So it gives you an introduction. Now, the lady that's written this, Alex, she has taught, I think, thousands of people to quilt. I mean, she's a pro. She's up there. She knows exactly what she's doing. So to do a nice little quick how-to guide, do you know what? These pages are sticking together because someone's had the old sticky things on there going, oh, and I'd like to look at that with you. And then it gives you some ideas on your first quilts, how to make. Whether you're left-handed or right-handed. Do you know, I think this is the first time in a book that I've seen someone give hints and tips on whether you're left or right-handed. It's good, isn't it? I haven't seen that in another book. Maybe I haven't looked closely enough, but I haven't seen it. And then, here we go. So just how to get different effects by just laying out differently. So it shows you how to do all of those. And I love the fact that because she's just used plain colours in there, the patterns really jump out at you. So $10.95, keep it with you. And then at the back, you've got sort of go-to charts and things on sizings and just quick reference guides. So the number of things that you're going to need if you're making things, fabric requirements, so you know what you're going to buy for. There you go. Look at this, all these folds and things. If you've got your seams right, then you can just do those. Nice and easy. There you go. Seams right is down the bottom of your bottom of your screen there. Perfect complement to any of these books. $10.95 for that. $10.95 for the book. SASP 45. Last book to look at. We know you like your books. If you're anything like me, you've just got a massive stash. Whenever we move house, it's always the books that just take forever. So this is your Beginner's Guide to Quilting by Elizabeth Betts. We love this. 16 projects in here. The photography is just gorgeous. Again, your tools, your equipment, it's all in there. And then, so all of those, hang on, I want to get to the projects. So lots of information on the how-tos, and then, here we go, then you get to your projects. There's a whole section on projects in here. And they are gorgeous. So again, you get your sort of drawn step-by-step guides, but then you get the photography to match. Look at that, isn't that sweet? So if you're just starting out and maybe just a doll-size quilt is all you're going for, perfect. Doesn't matter. Look at that. Just a different take on a bag. So your sort of sashiko type stitching in there. So again, lots of you just joining us on your quilting journeys. You've been inspired. We wanted to bring you some basics. We made this, now this was Saturday's show, wasn't it? Saturday first hour. We had a brand new guest showing us how to do this. Lovely Jess Entwistle. She did a grand job showing us how to do this. So this is a fabulous book, under £15. Lots of inspiration in here. HXMZ 94. And just, do you know what? If you're going for something like this, oh, look at that, beautiful, then you're going to need some fabric. We've got that for you as well. Now, oh, yeah, like that. So this isn't just, yeah, wall hangings as well. I always forget to do wall hangings with quilts. I love that. Gorgeous. Anyway, right, $14.95 for that. HXMZ94. Now, I know that you love a bargain bundle. Am I allowed to open this? Really? So let me show you these. Every time we bring this, it just goes like that. So if you are after, and again, this is kind of rainbows and shades. So here you get your 8-piece fat quarter bundle. And what I really love about this is that tonally they work. Tone on tone, beautifully they work. So for me, this is one of those things. These are all fat quarters. So you're looking at a smidge over £1 a fat quarter. That's pretty good, isn't it? So maybe this is going to be how you start off making your first quilt. We had the other day a quilt kit, again, a whole quilt made out of 8 fat quarters and then your backing fabric. It can be done. So for under £10, that can be your patchwork on the front. We did a disappearing 9 square out of fat quarters, 8 fat quarters. So it can be done. It can be done. So, you know, I don't want you to be put off thinking that quilting is going to be expensive, that your fabric's going to just be too expensive. No, 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 no. Get something like this. The colours work. The beauty is there. Mix and match to your heart's content. Or, do you know what? It looks beautiful in your stash. Come on, I know that we've all got it. We've all got those fabrics that we're just never going to use. They just look too pretty to open up. Oh, now, which one to go for? We've done... go big or go home. What about this? If you love Joel Dewberry, which I absolutely do, then for £109.95, 26 of his designer fat quarters all in here. It is stunning. I'm not going to open it up because I'll get told off. But when you see, I'll show you the fabric strip that accompanies this in a moment. But look, you've got everything from the spots. When I had the fabric strip version of this and I just loved it. The designs are there. There's so much in here. 26 fat quarters. But you've got kind of this grey-blue colourway going through there. You've got the pinks, you've got the purples, you've got through here, you've got this lovely tealy turquoisey colour, but then you've got that mustard hit in there as well. And you've got these in your colourways. They all work so beautifully. Joel Dewberry is a fabulous graphic designer as well, highly respected by his peers because he brings us these beautiful, beautiful prints. So if you want to mix through the greys and the teals, I just put these in coloured designs, colourways to start off with, and it just is gorgeous. But then you've also got in here real strong, vibrant florals as well with that geometric print. So if you're making, look at this, look at these beautiful colours. They are gorgeous. So you see you've got your pinks and your purples there. You've got your teals and your mustards in there. And then you've got your greys and your blues in there. So you get 4 fat quarters in a metre. So, yeah, I've got a lot of fabric in here. 6.5 metres of fabric in here, of designer fabric. And of course, you're getting the whole, you're getting fat quarters across the whole range. You've even got geometric florals through there. Absolutely stunning. So yes, this is an investment, but just think how much you're going to make. If you can make a quilt out of 8 fat quarters, think how huge, how many projects you're going to get out of 26. £109.95. This will not be coming back in stock, okay? So when this goes, that will be it. Joel Dewberry isn't readily available everywhere. So if you love him and you love his designs and you love his fresh take on colour and that geometric twist with the beautiful florals, those strong colours that all merge and mix and match beautifully, then grab this now while you can. OYRW71. Now, let me give you an idea with the design roll from the same collection. Maybe you want your fabric strips. Maybe that's how you go. What I did when I first got mine was to split them into colourways. So I'm going to do similarly for you. Okay. So you see, you get your florals. You get them in different colourways. And it really is just beautiful. Now, I set these out on my ironing board and ran out of ironing board. And I kind of went, right, so there's sort of, I did it so that the purples then went into the yellow, so I'd sort of move that through there. But then that pink's sort of 40 pieces in here. I mean, it is just massive. Look at the beautiful colours you see. And then I was like, well, okay, maybe that needs to go over there because those colours work there. And then I'll pull in the pinks there. But then, oh, I've got that and a turquoise. So then I was moving everything along the ironing board to try and fit all of these things. And actually, I've ended up with lots of different projects in lots of different colourways. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And of course, if you're going for the fat quarter bundle, then you're getting fat quarters of these, all of these, rather than just your strips. So you get multiples of the strips, but in the fat quarters, you know, you're getting these designs in there. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I just love this. Look at that. Let's move that along. Look at that. So you see, you just get an idea of the abundance that you get in here. So throw in some geometrics. It just all works beautifully. 40 pieces. So you know what? You have got so much. You don't get repeats of everything because you've got 26 different designs, obviously, throughout here. But you see, look, you know, maybe when you've got all of those heavy florals, you want to then just put a geometric in there. This is great. If you want to start quilting, you don't know where to start, get a fabric designer strip like this because it's all cut for you. If you're not great on cutting, don't worry, it's all done for you. It just works an absolute treat. And then look at these. You see, then you can start to throw some sort of almost solid colours through there to work. And look, I've barely scratched the surface here. There's so much more in this roll. It really is gorgeous. So treat yourself. Look at these. You see those colours going to come in across there. Absolutely beautiful. There you go. All of these. Absolutely. And look, there's still so much more to come. So look, just treat yourself. $57.95. There is a lot in there. Such a huge amount, and it just looks beautiful when it arrives. So yeah, it will never look like this again. I'm going to be honest. $57.95. Do I have to roll this up? ZJRW02 is your item number there. Now, of course, the seam's right, back in stock. So many of you going for these. Joe Carter loves it. Janice loves it. A lot of our guests, when they've seen it, yeah, actually, really love it. And this is what it is. Back in stock today. We haven't seen it for over a month. It's been really hard to get hold of. This is your seams right. It's $10.95. It is a very clever piece of kit. So along here you've got your buttonhole. So you can decide how long to make your buttonhole. Or, do you know what? You can just use that if you want to, say I've drawn something and I want to add in a seam allowance. Then there's several ways to do this, okay? So if you want to use this to add a seam allowance to something, say I want to add in a 1/2 inch seam allowance, I can do that and then just, there we go, do my seam along there. Or I can do it, so maybe I want a 1/4 inch or something like that. I can do it that way round if I wish. Lots of ways to do it. If I want to do a buttonhole, I can edge it, I can line it up and go, right, I want an inch buttonhole. And then I want to leave an inch, or no, I want to leave 1/2 inch, mark it off. And then again, line it up on the edge or however you want to line it up. And I know where my buttonholes are going to go. It's perfect every time. So really handy to have. Or if I'm pinning, then, you know, if I've just let down some trousers or something like that and I want to then re-hem, then why not? Say I want to just add in 3/8. Then I can fold it over there, know exactly what I'm going to do, and then I can just pin it. Move along, make sure that my 3/8 there, pin again. So actually, I can then iron that or do whatever I need to do, sew it, do whatever, and I've got this in all of these different sizes, so I know that that seam is uniform throughout. I've got 3/8 of an inch there, 7/8 there, an inch there, 3/4 of an inch there. I've got 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 an inch, 1/4 of an inch, 1 and an 1/8, 5/8, 5/8 there, 1.5 inches there. £10.95, a really useful little piece of kit. SBGQ20 by the woman who knows her stuff, old Nancy Simon. She, do you know what? This lady, she's a mine of information. She brings us all sorts of gadgets and gizmos that are absolutely fab. Now, kind of talking of gadgets and gizmos that are absolutely fab, I wanted to bring the Fiskars cutter back to air because I had this on a show the other day, and I was, whoop, there goes a pin. Let me put that back in. Okay, it's the pivoting Fiskars. Now, I had this on air because, and I was trying to move the blade because it has 3 different cutting positions, and I couldn't move it. And here's why. Fiskars are very clever. As soon as that blade is unleashed, you cannot move the position of this rotary cutter. That's why it's a safety feature. Right, okay, so let's talk through this. Suitable for left-handed people. This is a normal 45mm rotary cutter. Okay, the way that you get the blade is by just, hang on, let me do this right, pulling back on there. There we go. That just slits up into that corner. I'm doing it back to front and upside down. And then the blade is revealed. Okay, now, you can use this just as a normal rotary cutter. Let me just do that. Okay. You can use it just as a normal rotary cutter and just cut. It's from Fiskars. You know that it's going to cut an absolute treat. And then you just pop the blade cover on again. Now, next thing is, what if you're cutting through layers of fabric, or you want to go through leather, something that's more heavy duty? Then actually having to put pressure on there is harder. So you press down there and you swivel, because you've got your blade covered all the way around to under there. It will not move if that blade is not covered. It won't. It will not move. Now what you've got is a funny looking item like that. But what that means, and I'm going to put more fabric layers there, is that I can now put more pressure onto all of the pressure of my hand from there is going straight over the top there. Easy. Easy. Now, what if you're someone who then does a lot of cutting, gets a bit of fatigue or wrist problems? It's got a funny, like 45-degree angle to cut at. Now let me just, and it clicks when it's in there, which you can do right and left-handed. So if you're a left-handed person, then you've got that as well to do. Okay? And then you just cut it away from you. If you're right-handed, just spin it around. There it is. It clicks when it's in the right position. It clicks. Then uncover your blade, and that just gives your wrist a little bit of a break. Let me cut through these. So it just helps because it's going at a different angle. There you go. Cut. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That was through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Yeah. I'm going to, but hang on. This one was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I'm going to go more. I think this can do more. Let's refold, because I think this can do more. 7 layers, yeah, 7, 9, yeah, okay, so 1, 2, let's double that. Let's go 4, 8, yes. Our director's going, Tash, you've gone a long way, haven't you, from being scared of rotary cutters? Yeah, okay, so for this, I'm going to go under there, okay? So now, that is like my pressure, my power position with this, okay? And it's just going to go, I'm going to cut away through all of that. There you go. Done. Done. Cut through. There you go. I don't know, hang on, let me just cover the blade and I'll count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 layers of fabric in the power position. $22.95. So you've got the 3 different positions. You've got your normal position, you've got the power position, and then you've got that angled one, which saves sort of, if you've got a bit of fatigue, then it's an easier cut. So $22.95, VKGQ12. Brilliant. I had to go and do my research and work out how that worked because I was intrigued. And now I know, and I like it a lot. Now, we've seen Tilda today, but how about going classic Tilda? This is Pardon My Garden, and this is in your fabric strips. One of my absolute favourite ways to get fabric, in your fabric strips. So you've got beautiful greens in there, you've got your stripy blue, that's the monkey blue. I love that one. I've got that a lot at home. I do love that. But then you've got your florals in there. Really beautiful. So if you're edging quilts and stuff like that. Now, you see, this is why. You know we had, just beautiful. The new Circus one and the picnic one. Very similar to that, you see. They get echoed through, but in different colourways. Now, this today, $29.95. You get 24 pieces here. If you see the difference, you know the Joel Dewberry was, what, 57? But look at the difference in size. Okay, so that's the difference in the numbers that you're getting. 40 pieces, 24 pieces. That kind of shows you, doesn't it? So details for this one, $57.95 down the bottom of your screen down there. But if you want 24, then that's your Tilda. Maybe I should switch them around. There we go. That makes more sense. That one is that one. They look lovely like that. You see, Producer Paul said they look lovely like that. This is the problem, is that you get them. They look gorgeous like this, and then you don't use them. Please use them. Please crack them open and use them, because they are absolutely gorgeous. This gives you all your beautiful Tilda strips. Maybe you've already done your quilt, and you just want to use this for around the edge. I did a cushion the other day. I did a patchwork cushion, and I ran out. I didn't have enough patchwork pieces, so I just did 2 layers of these around the outside. Done. Easy. Suddenly I had it the cushion size that I wanted. Perfect. These are always handy to have in your kit. Always. And Pardon My Garden is such a beautiful, pretty collection to have. So $29.95. Pop it in your stash. So there you go. Add it into your basket. And there it is. JWGQ40. I think that when this is gone, it's gone. I don't think that we'll be having Pardon My Garden back in. So when it's gone, it's gone. Please do make sure that you grab it if that is what you love. Brand new book, and so many of you going for it. This is How to Quilt. We put this in because what came to our attention over the weekend was just how many of you were starting to quilt, who might already dressmake, might already be sewers, craft sewers like me, but actually quilting was new to you. And it is new to a lot of people, and I think quite a big undertaking, because it's, it can be a bit scary. So here we go. This is your How to Quilt book, and it's just little detailing. You've got your tape measure down the side. You've got it in centimetres and inches. But look at the price, $7.95. Look how thick it is. This is a tome. Beautifully put. I'm going to start from the back, actually, because I didn't get all the way through before. Oh, look, there you go. Starting off straight away with the old fabric strips in there. Yeah, the old fabric strips. So if you want to have Your templates, you've got that. Beautifully illustrated. Can't believe the price on this. $7.95. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Oh, look at, actually, look. So for all the different bits of fabric that you've got, isn't that lovely? Nice. Written by Rachel Reynolds, 9 illustrated techniques, showing you the mitered corners. You know how I was just saying with my cushion, because I ran out of pre-cuts, I ran out of squares, charm pack, I ended up using my, my strips. That shows you how to do that around your corners. And so it's just handy to have all of these different techniques. What's that? Oh, look. We did a quilt like this the other day, didn't we? With the stars and stuff in. Brilliant. So $7.95, CYMZ 78. Lovely photography. There's your playmat. CYMZ 78. There you go. Beautiful. That's your duffel bag in there. So 9 different projects. Beautiful book. Good to go. Do you know, actually, Producer Paul, can we go to these next? Because I've never bought these to wear. And we reference these an awful lot. Yeah, these are your curved safety pins. And we talk about these. When you get to the stage of quilting where you're ready to quilt. So the patchwork's done, you've made your sandwich, you've got your wadding, you've got your base layer of your fabric, you've got your backing fabric, your wadding, and then your patchwork on top. You then need to hold them in place. And these curved pins are absolutely perfect. These are 3 pence each. 3.3 pence recurring each. So $4.95. Can I open these? So these are exclusively designed and manufactured for quilters. So the curved design and the larger size basically means that you can baste your quilts. I'm opening them. I'm going in. They look like wonky pins, but they're meant to be like that. No, someone hasn't crushed them. So when you undo them, you see they're going to go through all your layers and then sit happily on the top. So it's going to, all of those layers are going to hook under there. 38 millimeters in size. These are not your common or garden. I mean, you're not going to sort of pin a nappy with these. These are just for quilting. These are specially for quilting. And you've got 150 in there. That's a big old quilt. Good, isn't it? We talk about these. If you're a quilter, these are an essential item to have. We talk about these, but we've never actually bought these to wear before. So here they are, your curved safety pin, nickel plated, carbon steel, so strong, from So Easy, $4.95, BRGQ 57. I don't think we've bought these onto air. So just pop them into your basket, and there you go. When you are ready to start quilting, good to go. Lots of you going for the old iris. Oh, did you? Now, Producer Paul said he wanted to bring this yesterday, but actually then realised that I was in today, so decided to save it for me and for you. And that's because I love it. I love the muted tones of these. Don't get me wrong, I love bright splashes of colour, but sometimes you just need something a little bit more muted, a little bit more dusky, and that's what you're getting here. Really beautiful. 8 fat quarters. Now, we had a show where we did a disappearing 9 patch the other day, and we did that out of 8 fat quarters. So actually, for under £10, you can create a quilt. No reason why. Now, when we brought these to air before, they went like that because you're looking at just over £1 a fat quarter. That's a lot of fabric for $9.95. So FHGQ 53. Now you might be sitting there going, but I've already checked out once today, and you know I don't want the extra P&P. I really like it, but actually it's a deal because you know I'm not paying extra P&P. You're not paying extra P&P. If you've already checked out today, your P&P is capped at $2.95. You could buy everything on the website. We would only charge you $2.95. You can check out 10 times a day we will only charge you 1 P&P. The P&P is applied at midnight, so everything that you've checked out throughout the day, 1 P&P is applied at midnight, and that is it. Now, another little thing that we've used throughout the day has been the marker pen. And here it is. This is always on Joe Carter's list. This is your water erasable pen. And I don't know how many of you remember, what would you want me to do? Oh, yeah. So if I want to, so a lot of things you will get just like the outline, and then you'll be asked to add your seam allowance. So that's when your pen is just so handy. So if I want to add in 3/8, I just line it up, and then just join the dots. There you go, that's your seam allowance in there. Maybe I want just 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. That's okay too. Got that covered. So this is just going to wipe off with a damp cloth, but you're getting, I'll never forget the day that I came in, and it was when we had the big-eared bunnies. Do you remember the big-eared bunnies that we had? That was so popular. And one was face down on the radiator. I'm like, what's going on? Why is the bunny face down? And his face was drying, because Joe's used this to mark on all the face, and then she'd stitched on the face and then wiped his face clean, and he was there drying before the show. So this is always, each of our guests have a toolkit that they will submit for every show, so that we can always have them have what they use for them. And this is always in Joe Carter's. This is just always in her list of what she needs. So there, grab that. Now, the Pardon My Garden, very, very busy. Don't think we're getting Pardon My Garden back in stock. So if you do want this today, let's just check the stock of this. Oh, she looks a bit surprised there, doesn't she? Oh, hello. Oh, Pardon My Garden. $29.95. It's just the expression. Absolutely love it. These are all the fabric strips that you're getting through there. Cut to 2.5 inches perfectly. Absolutely gorgeous. JWGQ40. Again, maybe this is the first time that you're splashing out on Tilda. Maybe you've heard the fact that I absolutely love it. And go, well, you know, yeah, I want to make all sorts of little things. Maybe you want to just start off making a bag out of strips. Maybe you want to make a yoga bag or something out of strips. You've done that before. Maybe you just want a cushion out of strips. Maybe you just want to have this because you've got the fat quarters in the same, and you just want to have, like me, something so that you can use it around your borders, around your edges. Whatever you're using it for, you know that because it's Tilda, it's going to work beautifully with all of the other collections. But as a standalone collection, it is exquisite. You'll notice in here, so for example, the monkey collection, that's your monkey. Oh, monkey's gone. He was here earlier. That's the fabric that was used for the monkey. Now, that's the other fabric that we had for the monkey. So you see, you've got all of those in there. One of my personal favourites is this one here. Love this one. Look at the detail on that flower there. Isn't that beautiful? And of course, that then works beautifully with the blues in that. Gorgeous. Look at that stripe. It's just delicious. But you've got some quite grown-up prints in here as well. I was just looking at this one. If you were looking at the circus prints earlier and going for the picnic, you'll notice that this is the design. Again, it's come in her new collection, but this is the same design, but in a darker blue background. So this is the joy of Tilda. She brings us striking new fabrics in beautiful designs like this. But then you get your old classics, but in different styles and different design ways. Really beautiful. She's so clever. So, so clever. So this is the joy of your Tilda. This is Pardon My Garden. It's that shabby chic, beautiful feel. So there we go, $29.95 for that. JWGQ40. This is all about getting the right tools for the job. We've bought you the seams right. We've bought you things like that. we've also got for you, what am I looking for? Creative grids, this one. Very, very popular have been our creative grids rulers, and here's why. This is $16.95. This is an 8.5 inch by 8.5 inch square, 21.6 centimeters. We have to give you that. It's all in inches because it's for quilters, but we have to give you the centimeters because it's the law. Here's the thing about Creative Grids. It's a UK company, and the clever thing about it is you'll notice the numbers. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got inches up here in white. Then if I spin it around, I've got 1.5 inches. So if you want to add in that seam allowance, but you don't want to have to work it out or make sure that you're lining up to the right line. How often does that happen that you line up to the wrong line? Don't worry, because this has got it there for you. So you've got inches one side and a patented spin around technique, so you then have 1.5 inches. Now, what you'll notice is several other design features on here. There's a hole down there if you want to hang it up. Please store these flat. You'll notice some opaqueness on the ruler. So here, you've got opaque that goes all the way around the edge, but on the black numbers, remember they were the 1.5 inches, 1/2 inch is opaqued out, and that is your non-slip grip. That means that that material that you're cutting is not going anywhere. If you notice on the inches, it's 1/4 inch. So again, helping you, these are numbers that you get all the time in quilting, your 1/2 inch or your 1/4 inch. So these are your quilting numbers. So because it's opaque, it's easy for you to then use to see and to find that 1/4 inch. You'll also see these little circles here. They again are that embedded non-slip grip in there. You've got your 45-degree angles. You've got markers in black and in white, so no matter what colour fabric you're working with, you're going to see it. In fact, let me just bring these back and put this on top of the fat quarter bundle. So we've got a range of colours there, but you can just see if I put that over the top of it, I don't know if we can come from, yeah, there you go. Then you can see, no matter what the colour is, your measurements show up, whether it's the black here or whether you've got to use the whites over here on the darker fabrics. That's why this has been done. You've got your quarters there. You've got your 45-degree marker through there. Lucy Brennan absolutely loves these. This has become, and actually, those designers that hadn't worked with them before, this has become their go-to choice. Now, the other thing to mention on here is, on here, you have this. Now, if you have a QR reader on your phone, some people do, some people don't, then you can just scan that in and it takes you to all of their YouTube clips, specifically designed to use with this ruler. So you've got that added thing as well with this, which is absolutely great. It's $16.95. If you don't have a QR reader, don't worry. It gives you the website on the little instructions that come with it to take you there. But that's just a quick way to get there. Now, one last ruler for you today. I'm going for the big one. If you're quilting, at some point you're going to need a big ruler. This is 16.5 by 16.5 inches, which means if you're working on your 8-inch quilts, this is perfect. Any of your larger quilt blocks, absolutely perfect. If you're cutting lengths of fabric, perfect. $39.95, RBCQ79, same features with your inches along there. Spin it, and you've got your 1.5 inch. It's all in there. I'm frantically running out of time. Oh my goodness. Now, let's have a look at what's coming up tomorrow. Let's take a look. Tomorrow is Summer Ready. Oh yes, we've got our vintage tea dress with Jennifer Taylor beside the seaside. Very nice. We do wish we were. And your holiday wardrobe essentials. It is that time of year. And then at 11 a.m, bags of fun. That is everything that is coming up tomorrow. Now, remember, add your seams right to the order. We haven't seen that in over a month. It's been really hard to get back in stock, but it is now back in stock. Grab that. Remember to grab, of course, your Owl and the Pussycat, which has been the star of the show. Thank you, Joe Carter, for bringing us that. Thank you at home for watching. Thank you at home for buying. I hope you've managed to grab yourself oodles of gorgeousness today. There's your seams right details there. Don't forget to add that in. Maybe go for your beautiful iris fabrics as well, your fat quarters. It's all here for you at the Sewing Quarter. So do join us again tomorrow morning, where we'll be bringing you loads of fun and getting you sorted with your summer wardrobe. So until then, have a lovely rest of the day, and we will see you bright and early at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Sewing Quarter is at the very heart of sewing, as we bring you all things sewing and quilting. The team behind us live and breathe sewing day to day. We strive to bring you exclusive offers, exciting live demonstrations, and most importantly, we will custom cut fabric to your specification in our very own cutting room. We will also be bringing you TV exclusives that you won't be able to find anywhere else. So come and join us today at the Sewing Quarter.
Welcome to the Sewing Quarter!